Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to more of the Mirage Noir demo. So like I have it in the title, there's only a few more days left. For me it says, until November 21st, 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I don't know what time that'll be. Anyway, I'm gonna put the link. Are you sure you want it? Yes. Okay. So the link's there. I'm gonna pin it. That. Okay. Alright, so currently they need about $6,110 more to reach their goal. So hopefully they reach it by then. Sorry. Okay. Let's just get into it. Okay, where was I? You can buy me a drink. If you're away with the sands and it's ready to go theory, wonderful elixir. They may summon you later once you've done the investigation. Be ready to go. Aye aye. Chara's gonna chew my ear off, isn't she? Paperwork. Trying to help. Stop being logical, that's what I'm here for. Alexei rolls his eyes, gets the last laugh. Jim put in a headlock. That was fun. Feeling a little bittersweet, I stand up. Bathroom? Oh no, I should probably go. Do you have something to do? He seems to have managed to free himself from Alexei's clutches, though his hair is still a bit messy under his cap. Not really, I just... Let her go if she needs to. It'll just be boring administration stuff for the next few hours anyway. You'll be at the celebration later though, yeah? We're gonna chill and have some drinks. I'm invited? Yeah, you helped out too, didn't you? Did you think we'd ask for your help and then dump you after it was over? Isn't that normally how this works? They seem to have other expectations though, judging by the looks they're giving me. Well, I can't deny that I really do want to spend more time with them. Besides, I still haven't figured out what's the deal with that vision yet. So the most logical course of action would be to stick with them for a little bit longer, right? Yeah, that sounds good. Even if they eventually get tired of me, as long as I manage to solve this mystery, then I'll be satisfied. Well, I'd like to stay if you'll have me. Oh, Rainbow Woods. Okay, I'm sorry. She might come back. Let's see me close that up so it's... Alright. Yeah, good. I wouldn't feel right about you leaving before I could pay you back. Jim, do you mind getting the car first? Huh? Okay, sure. See you later, Uni. Promise. Okay, I promise. He runs off with a goofy grin on his face, and I can't help but smile. Detective? You stayed behind to talk to me? Hi, Prince Theory. Thank you for your help. I'll admit that I hadn't anticipated it going quite so smoothly. Oh, it was thanks to all of you. I really didn't do much. Please don't undersell yourself. We couldn't have done it without you. So thank you, and I apologize for not treating you very kindly up until now. No, it's okay. You don't need to apologize. I'm just glad I could be of help. Yes, and I'm very grateful for your assistance. Hey, good for you. Looks like you passed his test. Alexei? Oh no, it's okay. I kind of assumed it was a test anyway. Barry, the car's out front. Jem's voice echoes from the entrance, but Prince Theory surprisingly seems reluctant to leave. You should go, Prince Theory. I should, but do I want to? But I'll see you tonight at the celebration, Detective. I'd be delighted if you could join us. Okay. I wonder what their parties are like. I've only went to a handful in college, usually when some classmates forced me to go, but I don't think it'll be anything like those. Excellent. Please feel free to rack up the bill as much as you like. Alexei's paying. What? If it weren't for us, you'd be in jail. You're welcome, by the way. Seriously? The sight of the notoriously evil gangster floundering around makes me laugh, and I can't resist joining in on the ribbing. Well, if Alexei's paying, now I really have to go. See, even she's looking forward to this now. You wouldn't want to disappoint her, would you? Fine, I'll pay this time. You win. Laugh it up while you can. Don't think I didn't notice you weaponizing her against me already. Weaponize? What a cruel thing to say about our new acquaintance. Just shut up and go already. Let me wallow in misery and mourn my wallet. He collapses onto the couch and waves Prince Theory away. Very well. I wouldn't want to keep Jem waiting. Gives me one more nod before turning on his heels and leaving. And there he goes. I glance over at the other two. Alexei is scrolling through his phone, seemingly over it already, while Sammy is lazily going through his computer. Do you think they'll be able to track down Blackthorn? Nah, the police are basically useless. Blackthorn's been running circles around them for years already. They've been around for that long? First showed up 5 years ago. The first few murders caused a big stir, but then the government cracked down hard on it. There's been a gag order on all cases since then. That explains why I had no idea. I was out of the country for college back then. Why'd you go that far anyway? Plenty of good universities here. Not for detectives, no. True. Doesn't seem like they give a shit about detectives here. Ouch, but he's not wrong. Anyway, don't worry too much about Blackthorn. The police might be useless, but now that a member of the gang has been killed, Sasha will start hunting them down. It'll only be a matter of time before we sniff him out. Never thought I'd have a gangster reassure me that he'd catch a serial killer. I've come a long way since he thought I kidnapped people and stole things from starving children, yeah. I didn't say that second one. Anyway, should I go buy the drinks? What, you want to get started on the festivities already? No, I meant for later, unless you guys had the stuff already. I glance over at the kitchen, but I don't see any beverages or party foods. I do not consent to having my living room used for such purposes. Oh, is it going to be somewhere else then? I had assumed they could only gather here for secrecy, but it makes sense that they'd want to get out of here. We've been stuck in this room for a while after all. Yeah, of course. How do you feel about Celestial? My friend works there. We'll get free drinks, yay! Whoa, I've never seen Celestial this empty before. The club's closed for the night, courtesy of Prince Theory renting the entire place out. Apparently he knows the manager of the club very well and trusts him to maintain secrecy. The manager had set a couple of bottles of beer in front of us, told us where to find more if we needed any, and then left for the night. A man who knows what his job is and does it well. Can I go home now? Sammy, we just got here. I'm allergic to the outdoors. Thought you said it was sunlight last time. He told me it was milk. At least keep your story straight if you're going to lie. I don't want to hear that from you. I don't lie. I selectively tell the truth. That's even worse. They look much more relaxed than they had earlier. Having the charges against Alexei dropped must have taken a load off their minds. I'm kind of surprised how quickly it wrapped up. I guess the police can do it if they put their minds to it. Anyway, it's safe we're back at the hideout, but we've been cooped up there all afternoon, so I'm not complaining about this change in location. The sound of the door closing stops me in my tracks, and the five of us swivel to look at it in unison with various degrees of horror. You guys are really bad at this whole secrecy thing. That's strange. Did he forget to lock the... Unier? Unier? A blink as a familiar figure shows up near the door. Theo? Girl, are you serious? I've been trying to reach you for the past few hours, and this is where you were? I glance at my phone, and sure enough, I have some missed calls from Theo. She must have called during our discussion. Sorry, I haven't had a chance to check my phone. It's been a long day. What about you? Why are you here? The club's closed for the night. I left something here by accident. Theo suddenly seems to notice that we aren't alone because she looks at everyone around us before giving me a huge grin. Girl, no. A long day, huh? Now this I gotta hear. I glance over at Prince Theory, who smiles politely but looks a little tense, and then back at Theo, who leans against one of the chairs with a smirk on her face. This is my best friend, Theo. I know this is asking a lot, but she's trustworthy, so... What, are you guys worried I'll tell people you were here or something? Don't worry about that. I see all kinds of people here that it's not even worth bragging about anymore. I mean, I even saw your brother the other day. Etienne was here? Eh? Oh, right. Prince Theory has a younger brother. He rarely shows up in public, though, so I don't even know what he looks like. I'm assuming he looks like you. Is he the murderer? Sure was. He's a regular. He is? Anyway, I don't really care why you're here. I get paid to talk, not to pry. Fine. You can stay. Wait, really? Since she's your friend, I will trust your judgment. Is that not what you wanted? No, it is, but I feel a little cheated since I had to work so hard for your trust. It's because Jem gave him an earful earlier about being nicer to you. Alexei, unless you insist on trampling on my dignity? I'm literally just saying you're a nice guy. So... She nudges me in the side, an excited look on her face. Where's the story I was promised? So I tell her a bit about what transpired today. I have to leave out a lot of the details, so I focus mostly on my own involvement, from stumbling upon the body to meeting the other four. I leave out the jailbreak part, of course. The story has a lot of holes due to the parts I omitted, but Theo doesn't seem to care. She listens excitedly, nodding along and gasping when appropriate, and even cursing Mr. Potato Head out when I tell her what he'd said. You weren't kidding when you said you had a hell of a day. I'll let you out of my sight for a couple hours and you run off and get involved in all this. Well, hopefully I'll be able to have a nice and quiet few weeks after this. Your eyes light up when you read about dead bodies, girl. I don't think you know what a peaceful life means. Okay, but actual corpses are different. I can say that now as a dead body expert. One makes you an expert, huh? It's still one more than I expected to see on a Tuesday morning. There's the sound of glasses clinking against the table, and I look over to see that Jem has moved several bottles in front of us. I brought some drinks for you, ladies. Well, 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 if it isn't Mr. Gemstones himself. You know who I am? Duh. The girls here are crazy about you. They'd be so sad if they knew you were here when the club's closed. Looks like you're pretty popular, Gem. It's a little embarrassing to talk about my streams in real life, though. Oh, that's Alexi, by the way. Hey there. Hey, yourself. I recognize you from your mugshot. Yeah, that's flattering. I glance over at Prince Theory, who has already begun drinking. He gives me a nod before returning to his cup. The bottle in front of him is half empty. That's His Highness over there. I know, and even if I didn't, it's obvious by his choice of beverage. Really? Yeah, what's the most expensive thing we have on the menu? Son of a bitch. Prince Theory acts like he doesn't hear him, though I can see the corners of his mouth quirk up slightly. And finally there's Sammy. Actually, where'd he go? I look around for him and finally find him in the corner of a booth, melting into the seat. I reach out and poke his cheek to see if he's awake, and he lets out a groan in response. Hi, Sammy. Is he okay? Yeah, that's normal. He deflates when he steps outside of his house. Luckily, I was able to tempt him here with free booze. Really? Not a lot of drinking going on right now, though. You sure he's not just wasted? Sammy sits up with a speed I've never seen him move at before and picks up one of the bottles of cheap beer on the table. I wouldn't get drunk off of this. This stuff sucks. Oh yeah. Alright, I'll call your bluff. Drink up. First to give. Oh, you're challenging me. Real ballsy, aren't you? Oh, wait, Sammy, she knows how to hold her liquor, so maybe that's not a good idea. No takebacks. Wouldn't dream of it. Bottoms up. The two of them stare at each other, and then in unison, they both grab the nearest bottle to them and tip it back. I expected that Sammy would be competitive, but I didn't think he'd get serious about something like drinking. Well, I'm just glad Theo's getting along with them, though that shouldn't be a surprise. She's charismatic enough to be friendly with most people. I watch as Theo and Sammy both reach for the same bottle, glare at one another, and then accidentally knock it off the table while trying to wrestle it from each other. Never mind. I feel like I'm watching a disaster slowly unfold. Don't drink, kids. Hey, girl, what you doing? Drink up, drink up. Wait, Theo, it's overflowing. Theo frowns, apparently taking my statement as a challenge, and then tries again. She completely misses the cup this time, and I yelp and quickly scoot away before any of it could splash on me. She's completely sloshed. Nah, just slightly tipsy. How are you? Fine. I'm a professional at destroying my body. It's used to it by now. Wait, you actually won? Let's call it a draw. He does look like he's faring better than Theo, but his cheeks are reddened and his eyes slightly unfocused. Still, the fact that you went glass for glass with someone who drinks for a living makes me a little worried. He cheated, obviously. Gulp. It's a skill issue. Get good. You talk funny, you know that. I don't want to hear that from someone who's slurring all her words. Sammy suddenly stands up, and Theo and I look at him questioningly. Where are you going? Bathroom. I'm gonna puke my guts out. He disappears before either of us can say anything. The wine here is simply exquisite. Wouldn't you agree, Alexi? You sure you're gonna be okay in there, gamer boy? Then again, I suppose any glass shared with comrades will taste special. I'm fine. Ugh, what comrades? Try walking through the door instead of the wall next time. Guess I'm not getting those motorcycle upgrades after all. You could at least pretend not to be so happy about bleeding me dry. Why would I not be happy about receiving your generous goodwill? I'm gonna stab you in the back one of these days. Please don't. We worked really hard to get you declared innocent. It's so lively here. I've been smiling so much my cheeks hurt. I'm really glad I took the chance today. In another universe, maybe I never went to the jail. Maybe I waited for Mr. Potato Head and returned to work instead. The me in that universe is probably lying in bed right now, aimlessly scrolling through her phone, not knowing what she's missing out on. That could have easily been me if I decided differently. I still don't know what exactly that vision is, or why I saw it in the first place, but I'm kinda thankful for it. I would have never been in this position without it. Life works out in strange ways, doesn't it? Suddenly wanting to talk some more, I glance around to see where everyone's at. They're mostly sitting by themselves now, cradling their own drinks and enjoying the atmosphere. I should join one of them. You shall. Prince Theory is slipping his probably very expensive drink contently, and he smiles and tilts his head at the empty seat across from him when he notices me making my way over. Hello, Detective. Thank you for your help. Hi, Prince Theory. You know, I've gotten so used to your normal personality that your fake smile looks a bit weird now. Oops, I didn't mean to say that out loud. You claim that it would be disrespectful if you called me by my name, yet you seem to have no problem being blatantly rude to my face. I guess I'm a little more comfortable around you now. Really? I'm glad to hear that. Maybe it's the alcohol, or maybe it's because the case is over for now, but he seems more relaxed. Did the negotiations go okay? It was every bit as annoying as I expected, but as long as Alexei can walk free, it's worth it. The chief of police put up a fight as expected, but even he couldn't say much when Blackthorn was brought up. Implicating Alexei in this situation would open a whole new can of worms I'm sure he'd rather not deal with at this moment, especially since the Duralis would most certainly retaliate in that scenario. Thankfully, he finally decided to use his brain and realized that dropping the charges would be the smartest course of action. He mutters something under his breath that sounds suspiciously like motherfucker. When I glance over at him, he smiles at me pleasantly. Alexei's lucky to have a friend like you. I'm aware. I wouldn't mind hearing that more often from him, however. Glances over at Alexei, who's wallowing in pity by himself, and raises his glass smugly. He gets the middle finger in return. He seems very thankful. He will retaliate by being excruciatingly annoying at our next meeting. In any case, that is enough talk about work. Can I ask you a question, then? Of course. I pause, a little bit surprised at the lack of hesitation in his answer, and he raises an eyebrow in response. Did you think I would turn you down like I did earlier? Yeah, actually. Even though we're now drinking together? Well, it hasn't even been a day yet, so I wasn't sure. In a single day, you've managed to break into jail, help us escape, investigate the case, and put forth a reasonable solution. It does sound wild when he puts it that way. You've done enough for me to let go of my earlier reservations, wouldn't you say? While we're on the topic, allow me to apologize again. No more apologies. You've already said sorry so many times. It's okay, really. I wouldn't have trusted me if I was in your shoes either. He's quiet for a few moments before he holds out his hand. In that case, allow me to extend an offer of friendship instead. Uh-huh? Whatever I thought he'd been about to say, it wasn't this. Contrary to popular belief, I don't particularly enjoy pushing people away. The opposite, in fact. Your entrance hardly inspired much confidence, but I suppose what I'm trying to say is that I would like to place my trust in you anyway. What do you say, Detective? Feeling a little unsure, I wait for him to retract his offer, but when he doesn't, I slowly inch my hand forward and place it in his. We shake hands. His grip is firm, as expected of someone who probably does this for a living. Is this normally how rich people make friends? It's silent for a couple seconds, and I realize he's waiting for me to answer the question. It'd be my honor, and I promise I won't ever betray your trust. He stares at me quietly for a couple moments, as if confirming my sincerity. I make sure not to look away, even though the eye contact and joint hands start feeling a little awkward. Wonderful, then. Wonderful. Then I'll be counting on your assistance in the future as well. And with that, he moves away and my hand drops back down to my lap. Did I make a friend, or did I just get hired? Or both? Whatever, don't overthink this. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Even though he most likely just offered to be polite, it's still very real to me. I smile down at my hand, though I quickly school my expression to something more neutral when he glances back over at me. Now then, that was a rather long non-sequitur. I believe you wanted to ask me a question. Should I ask him the question I had before, or should I stay with the current topic? Have you known Alexei for a long time? For a while now, yes. At first it was mainly due to necessity. He was the only one my age at meetings, so naturally we stuck together. Not in a good way, mind you. Since we were expected to be enemies, we fought a lot in the beginning. How did you guys discover you could actually be friends then? Doesn't seem like you'd have many opportunities to do so. We were locked in a room once. An assassin attempt? Nothing that nefarious. I suspect it was a prank by one of the Deloras, given how the gang never raised too much of a fuss about it afterwards. But it was never confirmed. That was the first time we talked about Sorry. That was the first time we talked with each other privately, and now here we are. I feel like you skipped over quite a few steps. What about the others, like Jem? I wouldn't think the Crown Prince would meet just any streamer. Full of questions today, aren't we? It's a detective thing, I'm afraid. Jem used to cosplay as high-ranking officials. Sorry? He built his following by cosplaying as public figures. He was very skilled even back then, skilled enough that the police tried to arrest him. They were frightened he'd cause some damage with the faces he was wearing. No way! I can't even imagine Jem doing something like that. It was more wild when we were teenagers. He's mellowed out quite a bit since then. A wild Jem? I can't even imagine that. I try to picture Jem as a delinquent, but the image in my head keeps morphing into a teenage Alexei instead. Well, what about Sammy then? Alexei offered up Sammy's house as a place we could meet one day. As for how those two came to know each other, you would have to ask them yourself. I bet Sammy wasn't too happy about you guys just barging in. That is putting it lightly. I believed he triggered every single national alarm he could to try to get us to leave. Oh, Sammy, never change. And what about us? Is this a test? We met at Alexei's jail cell this afternoon, did we not? I wait to see if he says anything else, but he looks more confused, if anything. Didn't mention anything about the vision. He could be hiding it like I am, of course, but I don't know how else to press this topic without making him suspicious. Ding ding ding, correct! If Alexei has somehow convinced you that I'm senile, I implore you to please reconsider. I was really surprised to run into you, honestly. I didn't think anyone other than Alexei would be there. Wait, how did you get in there? I didn't see anyone enter, and you were already there by the time I arrived. Magic. If you didn't go in while I was there, that means you must have entered earlier, right? How much earlier? Did you follow Alexei in after he was transported to the cells? Or maybe you got there before even him? Since I didn't see you at the cameras, were you hiding somewhere waiting to help him? Next question. You answered all the government secret questions, but not this one? Next question. Okay. He scowls and turns away, picking up the bottle in front of him. Would you like to try some of this? It's okay, I don't actually like drinking that much, so it'd be wasted on me.
A pity then. I was hoping you'd be drunk enough to agree to call me by my first name.
Wait, what? Does it really matter to him that much? He doesn't respond, and I realize he's waiting for me to give it a try.
You're getting there.
Your Royal Highness, Prince Theory, Crown Prince of Soulier.
Why did it get longer? Oh well, that's good enough for today. Hold out your hand. Let me reward you for your efforts.
My efforts for failing to say his name? I do as I'm told, offering my hand quizzically. I expected him to just give me a bottle of beer or another handshake or something, but instead he places a piece of paper in my hand. It's the check from earlier.
That's right. You aren't allowed to refuse it.
But it's too much!
I seem to recall a certain detective saying that I could decide how much I gave based on her performance.
Yeah, but I didn't do enough to deserve this. Everyone else helped a lot too, including you. I was just...
Detective.
Yes?
Consider it my own personal gratitude, then. This is how I say thank you. Please accept it.
I stopped myself. As much as I still don't think I deserve it, I don't want to trample in his feelings either. And to keep refusing now seems rude, especially when he's being so sincere. Okay, I'll happily accept then. Thank you so much, Prince Theory. But since we're friends now, no more checks next time, okay?
Alright, understood.
Give me money. What was that noise? It's not hard to find where it's coming from. Theo has climbed onto the stage and started belting out a solo. I've been bored. Just out of curiosity. About the friendship.
Do you have a problem with it?
No, of course not. I'm just kind of starstruck, honestly. I mean, for today, I didn't think you actually existed.
Huh.
Sorry, that came out wrong. It's just, I only knew you from press conferences on TV and my coworkers' social media posts. You're like a celebrity to me. I didn't think I'd ever get a chance to meet you. But I don't think that way anymore. After talking to you, I can see you're an actual human being.
The bar appears to be quite low, but thank you. Your coworkers post about me on social media.
Yeah, of course. Here, let me show you. I quickly take my phone out and open one of my social media apps. Prince Theory slides over next to me and leans in to look over my shoulder. This is my coworker Rachel. She posts a lot about you, see?
What is it?
Oh boy. First image that shows up is Prince Theory, no doubt for some kind of photo shoot. My eyes linger on the picture for a second too long before I realize, with horror, that he can see the comment section below it. Oh no. OMG, he's so hot. Only one reason to watch those boring AF press conferences, and it's because his eye candy gets all the screen time. You're telling me the man who raises my taxes looks like that? Y'all are so gullible. It's just photo editing. Even Adonis didn't look like that. I'm sure there's something else. There's not. I scroll down the feed and more photo shoots pop up, with equally raunchy comments below.
No wonder you didn't think I was an actual human being.
Rachel! I'll get you back for this. I'm sorry, I didn't know it was like that.
That's alright. I was well aware of what was going to happen when they asked to take advertisement photographs of me.
What were the ads even for?
I believe it was for shampoo.
You're joking, right?
Do I look like I am?
Then what's the deal with all these jewels? That huge necklace? Your hair is not where my eyes are going.
I was simply handed the jewelry and told to pose this way. They appeared to have a specific vision they wanted that I didn't care to protest against.
Well, at least the shampoo company knows what's the moneymaker here.
In any case, I was mainly interested in seeing how people in the younger demographic spoke about my policies.
Oh, with all due respect, Your Highness, I don't think many of my coworkers care about that.
I see. What is your opinion, then?
My opinion about your policies?
No. Now that you've seen the real thing, do you agree with the photo editing comment?
Huh?
I've answered enough of your questions, haven't I? Now it's your turn to answer one of mine, Detective.
He looks amused by the whole ordeal, resting his chin against his palm and waiting for my answer. There's no way the Crown Prince of Solier is trying to fish for compliments from you right now. I mean, you look very nice in reality, too. Kill me now.
I have to say I wasn't expecting that, but that's high praise coming from you.
Well, I'm not blind. For some reason, he looks very pleased with my answer, even though he surely gets complimented a lot on a daily basis. I cough and quickly sip at my drink, and he thankfully gets the hint and changes the topic.
Would you like to try some of this?
He holds up the bottle he's been working on, and I can only imagine the countless zeros on the price tag. It's okay, I don't actually like drinking that much, so it'd be wasted on me.
Pity then. I was hoping you'd be drunk enough to agree to call me by my first name.
Give me money. Give me money.
Hold on, I want to check something. Infection. Okay, doesn't look like it matters. I guess I'll go with the phone one, because it had a picture. What was that noise? It's not hard to find where it's coming from. Theo's climbed onto the stage and started belting out a solo. I quickly make my way over before she can do any more damage with her karaoke. And by karaoke, I mean her singing undecipherable lyrics into the mouth of an empty champagne bottle while swinging around the room. You're going to have such a nasty hangover tomorrow. It's okay. I don't work until tomorrow night anyway. Free drinks are free drinks. If I don't drink them now, when am I ever going to get the opportunity again? She's pretty clingy when she's drunk, but I find it cute. Theo acts very professional and cool normally, so it's nice to see her let go and have some fun. It also helps that she relies on me more too. Don't your patrons normally buy you drinks? Nah, they're so stingy nowadays. I ask them if they want refills, but all they want to talk about is the stupid virus and the stupid politics and the stupid royal family. Wait, Theo. I quickly glance over to make sure she isn't executed on the spot for treason, but Prince Larry just waves it off before going back to making patronizing comments about Alexi's attempted champagne tower. It doesn't look very stable, does it? It's gotten that bad? Nah, don't worry, I got this. Yeah, everyone's such a downer. I don't want to hear another story about how the dude's emotionally cheating on his wife with me, and... Hey, can I have that? ... She points at one of the unopened bottles, already reaching for it. I nod and switch out the alcohol for a glass of water when she's not looking. Judging by the way she chugs it down, I don't think she noticed. Oh, it almost fell! Once I make enough money, let's just move to a farm together. Far away from any icky people. Nah, trust. Sure, but how am I gonna get detective work if there's no one around? Unless you're gonna make mysteries for me. See? Just one more. Nope, not smart enough for that. You'll figure it out instantly. What's going on? I wouldn't say that. Oh, cool, Jenga. Girl, don't even start with me. You were the top of the class in high school. Sammy, don't! She suddenly stops talking, expression serious, and grabs my shoulders with both hands. Are you okay? You're not gonna throw up, are you? Yunye. Yes? What if someone steals the carrots? Could you figure out who did it? If we were the only ones living on the farm, then yes, it'd be you. Drat! She collapses on the floor dramatically, and I laugh and sit down next to her. It was such a good idea, too. I'm sure I'll be glad I suffered through 4 years of college and 2 years of Mr. Potato Head to fulfill my dream of becoming the carrot detective. You could become Sherlock Holmes, and even that wouldn't be enough to justify Mr. Potato Head's reign of terror. Speaking of him, he's probably gonna let me have it tomorrow. I kinda just ran off today and never returned. Oh, girl, you know what you need. I don't need another drink. I wasn't even gonna say that. Jeez, your opinion of me is trash. Maybe try saying that when you aren't surrounded by empty beer bottles. Well, anyway, one of the girls gave me a book on meditation yesterday. Maybe you could just dissociate during one of his lectures. That actually sounds like a good idea. Maybe I'll take you up on that. Here, let me send you the link to it. She tries to type in a password, but her fingers are shaking too much that she almost locks herself out. I gently pry the phone out of her grasp. I'll do it for you, okay? Yunye, I think I might be wasted. I know. Oh, who's this cutie? Look at that. Oh, I didn't know you still have this as your background. You were so cute. When was this again? Second year of high school, right? Girl, I'm drunk out of my mind and you have a photographic memory. Yeah, I wasn't really asking. Look at our matching uniforms. So cute. You insisted on wearing yours all the time, remember? Don't remind me. I take one last look at the wallpaper before texting the link to myself and returning her phone to her. Yeah? You've come a long way, you know. You used to be so shy. You never talked to anyone. I'm glad you're feeling more comfortable with yourself now. Feel? Honestly, I'm kinda surprised. I didn't think you had it in you. I only looked away for a few moments, and you're all grown up now. Since when did you get so brave? Okay, Theo, that's enough. Hey. Her voice suddenly goes quiet, and she leans in. I could still smell the alcohol in her breath, but her eyes are surprisingly sharp and serious despite her smiling face. They're not pressuring you into this, are they? Huh? I know I said I wasn't going to pry earlier, but I'd be blind if I didn't notice that this was a weird group. You okay? You didn't get caught up in something dangerous, did you? Blackthorn's image flashes in my mind and I wave it away, but not quickly enough. Theo frowns, taking my silence as an answer, and starts to stand up. I lunge forward without thinking, grabbing her wrist to stop her. No! I mean, it's okay, I'm fine. Theo looks at me patiently, prompting me to continue. She's right, though. Even though I've been trying not to think about it, I can't deny that there's a high probability the four of them are involved in more serious things. Do I trust them despite that? Some things have happened, yeah, but I don't think they'd hurt me. I don't have anything to back that up, but it's just a feeling I'm getting. It's a rather weak proclamation. Theo remains quiet, and I feel my conviction fading away. If you don't think so, then maybe I should... Yunye. Yeah? If you think they're trustworthy, that's enough for me. Oh, I thought you'd put up more of a fight. Why? I don't know, you're usually so suspicious of everyone. Well, I know how much that brain of yours likes to overthink. You'd start second-guessing yourself if I say anything. Well, she's not wrong about that. Leave the overthinking to me. You just focus on having fun, okay? You deserve to. Well, since you said it, I guess I have to now.
I relax a little. Theo may not know it, but her approval means more to me than anything else.
I guess the saying is true. Love changes you. Love changes you.
Huh? Love?
Of course. You met those 4 hot studs and completely changed. You're not trying to tell me it's not related, are you?
I haven't even known them for a day yet. Theo completely ignores my protests and barrels on.
You never get close to people, yet now you're voluntarily hanging out. Seems suspicious if you ask me. Don't think I didn't notice you leaving out all the juicy bits in your story earlier.
And you always say you don't have a knack for being a detective.
This isn't being a detective, it's called being nosy. So, which one are you interested in?
Theo! She nudges me with her shoulder and gives me a big grin that I know means I'm not getting out of this that easily.
Give me a quick rundown before I pass out.
Luckily, Theo falls asleep pretty quickly, so I don't have to tell her too much. The club is quieter now, and I realize that the evening is winding down. It's several hours past midnight already. I glance over at the table the 4 of them are sitting at. Prince Theory seems to have finished draining Alexei's wallet dry, though the 2 of them are still arguing about something or another. Jem is on the other side of the table, wiping it down while Sammy points out the dirty spots. I wish this moment could last forever. No, don't think like that. Everything has to come to an end. But still, it felt too short. I'm reaching over for Theo, who's slumped over with her eyes closed when my hand brushes up against something on the floor. Ooh, a dog. What's this? It looks like some kind of dog. How did you move over here so fast?
Is that poacher in number 5? The one with only 50 copies in circulation? The one. Only. Pompadour.
Personal space, Sammy.
Oops.
Continues to stare excitedly at the sticker, hands balled into fists in front of him as if resisting the urge to reach for it. You can have it if you want. I found it on the floor. He snatches the sticker away before I can even finish talking and cradles it to his chest like a baby.
Oh no, you've gone through so much. How could they treat you like this?
I guess even Sammy can get excited about things.
For you.
Huh? Didn't you say there's only 50 of them? I can't take it then. You're the fan. You should have it.
It's fine. Just let me look at it sometimes.
Are you sure? He nods, though it looks like it takes some serious willpower for him to give it back to me.
Do me a favor in return.
Yeah, of course. What is it?
There are others lost in the wild. I want you to collect them for me.
I see. You just don't want to go outside.
Why would I need to go outside if I have you?
I think about turning him down. He really should get more sunlight, but it's a little hard to do when he's looking at me like this. Fine. If I see any while I'm going around, I'll pick them up. I'm not going to go out of my way to try to find them, though.
That's fine.
I feel like I just agreed to something annoying. Oh well, these things are pretty cute, so I guess it wouldn't hurt to keep an eye out. Yunye has acquired a poaching sticker, but there are still many left in the world. If you come across any, simply click on it and it'll get added to the poaching menu, accessible from the main menu. Each one has an associated side story that you can view. These are optional and revolve around the daily life of our main cast, so pick and choose which ones you want to view. By the way, the Pompadour side story has been added this time. Yay! After that, I try to stall some more by going around and talking to everyone, but I can't pull on it for much longer. The guys seem ready to leave too, putting on their jackets and cleaning everything up. I yawn a couple times trying to help out, but I feel like I'm moving at half their speed. It's been a long day.
Want me to walk you home? Nah, it's okay. Theo and I live nearby.
Yeah, wish I could say the same.
Barry, want me to drive you back?
That would be wonderful, thank you. You're not gonna offer to drive me too?
Sorry, even if it's late, I don't think it's a good idea if you two are seen in the same vehicle.
He'll be fine. He can run back home. He's a freak of nature. You know, this celebration for me doesn't feel very celebratory.
Hey. Hi. You look a little sad. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I just wanted to know why. I guess I'm just sad that the night's over. I wish it could have gone on a little longer. I had a lot of fun with you guys. The silence that meets my statement is uncomfortable, and I quickly scramble to say something else. Stupid Uni, when will you learn? You should just kept your mouth shut. You always drive people away by acting desperate. They obviously don't feel the same.
See, Jem, you didn't need to worry at all. You didn't need to worry at all.
Huh?
Jem here was worried that you find us all annoying and wouldn't want to see us again.
Alexi!
Payback for not driving me back.
Well, it's true. I mean, you only met us because of the case, so I wasn't sure if you find our personalities overbearing. Not at all. In fact, today's been the most fun I've had in ages.
Really? You two overthink things way too much. You'll drop by tomorrow, yeah?
Don't invite people over to my house.
Fine, you do it then.
Come over tomorrow. I want to see that poetry and sticker.
Please don't tell me you've converted her as well.
You're just a hater. Haters gonna hate.
I'm not. You should be thankful I haven't made those monstrosities illegal yet.
Stickers? You're making stickers illegal? Literally hater behavior. They all look at me and I smile back, a feeling of relief settling inside me.
That wasn't supposed to be funny.
I know, I wasn't laughing at you, I gesture aimlessly. I'm not even sure what exactly I'm trying to say, but they seem to understand anyway.
Get some sleep then, girlie. Let's grab a bite tomorrow morning. Together tomorrow, yeah?
Okay.
See you then.
Wait, can you carry me?
Nah.
Sammy sulks a bit as Alexi leaves, mumbling something under his breath all the way, but he stops at the door and gives me a small wave over his shoulder before he too disappears into the night. He's gonna be okay, right?
Well, we should get going too. Come on, Theory. I parked in the back. Alright. Good night then, Detective. Be careful on your way home.
You too, Prince Theory. Bye! The two of them leave, and then it's just me and a sleeping Theo left. Alright, Theo. It's our turn to leave now. I swing her arm over my shoulder like usual. She mumbles something into my neck and sags her whole weight against me, but I don't complain like I normally do. I'm so happy that nothing can ruin this evening for me. No! Don't do it! There's no sticker dogs here, right?
I gotta...
Right now?
Yeah, can't hold it.
Come on, Theo. You drink every day, don't you? This is nothing for you.
Oh no.
If you puke on me, I'll never forgive you. I know you had fun tonight, but try to take care of yourself, okay? You aren't that young anymore. What are you gonna do when I'm not here to drag you home?
I don't need to worry about that. You'll always be there for me.
Theo... Wait, don't try to flatter your way out of this. Also, I heard that at the end. I won't be there for you if you throw up on me. I'm serious.
I guess I'll hold it in then. I wouldn't want to lose you.
That shouldn't be the only thing holding you back from vomiting on someone. Huh?
Why did you randomly stop?
Nothing. I just thought I saw something move. I glance over at the alleyway. Even though it's dark, I can still see the back wall due to the lights.
I don't see anything.
Yeah, that's weird. I could have sworn...
That Delora guy died here, right? Maybe it's his ghost.
Okay, we're leaving now. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Shouldn't detectives not believe in ghosts?
Obviously ghosts aren't real, but just because you know something to be true doesn't mean you could stop your brain from thinking otherwise.
You're right. Just like how I know I shouldn't drink this much, I still...
Pull it in, Theo. Don't throw up on me. Teehee, I was almost spotted. That would have been really bad, wouldn't it? After all, my face would have scared her, don't you think? Sheesh, tough crowd today. Why are you sulking over there? I thought you'd be happy. It's going exactly as you wanted.
Something's wrong. Why is she acting like that?
Huh? What was that? Are you having second thoughts already?
No.
Oh, really? Even though you went out of your way to send that text? Even though you tipped off the police? Why'd you do that, huh? I thought you wanted to be uninvolved, huh?
No reason.
Well, keep your secrets if you want. I'll figure them out soon enough. Well then, dear Unie, enjoy your happiness while you still have it. After all, it won't last forever. But you'd know that, wouldn't you? And then the prologue, thank you for trying the demo. November 21st. Come on. Support it, please. You can now skip the deduction section if you replay. You might even get a few extra lines at the end if you do all the routes. Side story is also accessible from the main menu. Where's the dog?
What's up? You've been staring at me for a while now.
I got this Cotrine sticker the other day.
Sammy's got you into his hobby too. Into his hobby now.
Well, I'm not a fan of the show or anything, but it's just fun collecting things.
Okay, sure. But what does that have to do with me?
I was just wondering if you used to look like this too.
Like a dog?
No, the pompadour. Did you wear saggy pants too? I could see you wearing them.
No to both.
I don't believe you.
Why? Do you have a fantasy in your head where I look like a dumb punk gangster?
Yeah.
Barry, help me out here. What is it? She thinks they used to look like this. Tell her she's wrong. Like a dog. Yeah, that's what I thought too, but no, the hair. I see. Unfortunately, he did not have a pompadour.
Aw.
Now that I think about it, he hasn't changed very much since his younger days. Although he did go through a phase where he was so overzealous to show off his new tattoos that he'd only wear tank tops. And what's wrong about that? It's a crime to keep them hidden. He even got frostbite a few times. The hospital had to issue a final warning to save him from his own stupidity. I called you here to make me look better. There's nothing I can say to make up for your lack of common sense. You really want to play this game? Hey, girlie, he tried to bleach his hair navy blue before.
I can see the vision.
Thank you. You can't be serious.
Dark-haired princes are popular.
How's that any better than me wearing saggy pants?
I thought you said you didn't wear those.
Jem, come over here and spill your greatest hair failures. They're bullying me.
I see you're calling over the entire brigade to try to make yourself look better.
Isn't that what friends are for? They're bullying you? You must have done something wrong in that case. What in the victim blame? Look, I didn't ask for commentary, okay? I asked for your bad hairdos. I don't think I had that many weird ones. I guess maybe when I used to cut my own bangs? I just took some scissors to chop them off when they got too long. They were always uneven and I looked like a little dork. Even though I went to the barber, he'd scold me for doing it myself, but then I'd do it again next time anyway. Looking back, I'm not sure why I insisted on it. I guess I was just being stubborn. Was that not interesting enough? It was fine. Alexi's just disappointed he doesn't have such endearing stories.
It was very gem-esque.
Well, I'll take that as a compliment. What's going on? Oh, the poaching sticker from the club. We were talking about old hairstyles. What type of hair did you have as a kid, Sammy? Buzz cut. Wait, really? Well, I probably tried everything. This pompadour looks familiar. Might have had one of these at some point, too. Wouldn't recommend it, though. Too much upkeep. I usually just went with the patented bird's nest look.
I can't believe Sammy's the most adventurous one here. Well, that was fun. Thanks for sharing. It's cool to hear about what you guys looked like when you were younger.
That's strange. A certain someone seems to be purposely excluding herself for some reason. Ah, that's right. We haven't heard from you yet. Prince Theory.
Prince Theory, I thought we had an alliance going on. How could you betray me like this?
Your first mistake was trusting him. He always has his own self-interest in mind. Well, I cannot deny that I am curious. Besides, I'm a big advocate of equality for all.
That's the last thing I want to hear from a literal monarch.
You started this. You're not weaseling out of it that easily.
Well, you can't force me to talk, so I guess I'll never know.
Found them. Oh, are these your old school pictures?
She's so cute!
Guess you lose this round.
No, Sammy! Please don't show the other two.
Oops. How adorable. How'd you even get your hair to do that? You look like a little alien.
My life is over.
Don't say that.
Sammy, you're on my side after all.
It can always get worse.
Huh?
Hey, get over here. I have no idea how your hair's sticking up like that, so let's recreate it.
You're just joking, right?
Most intriguing. It appears to have some sort of gravity-defying power. I know, right? There's no way she got her hair to stick up like that with just a few hair clips. A mystery that will stump even the greatest of detectives.
Just kill me now.
The answer is hair gel. Lots of it. I actually have a lot of products you can use. I brought them over the other day. Hey, nice thinking, Jem. See, I told you not to tempt fate.
Ugh.
What's up with your hair?
I don't want to talk about it. Pompadour. Yee.
Okay. So, doing all the voices really does a number on my throat, so I'm just gonna, read normally the rest of it. Let's see. Any updates to the Kickstarter? Ooh, we need about 6,000 now. Nice. Whoops. Okay. I'll put that on. I guess I'll put that on. I don't know. Okay. So... Let's go with Alexi. Me? No offense, but are you sure you don't have a screw loose? I just want to investigate the office, okay? There might be clues left there. You can go somewhere else if you want. And let you walk into the lion's den alone? Wouldn't dream of it. What? I'm serious. It really might be dangerous. Are you sure about this? I won't get offended if you change your mind. Of course, I'm sure. I mean, I even broke into jail for you. This is nothing. You're right. And I still think that was stupid, by the way. But thanks. I appreciate it. And sorry again for knocking you out earlier. The ice pack offer is still on the table, by the way. You can pay me back by protecting me if anything happens. Of course. I'll keep you safe no matter what. Thankfully, the Delora office isn't too far away from the hideout, so we managed to make it there without anyone noticing Alexi. To be honest, I looked up the murder online, and other than the victim's identity, there wasn't much information released. Alexi's name wasn't even mentioned, so the general public might not know that he's a suspect. I wonder if that's because Prince Theory pulled some strings. Or maybe Sammy did his weird magical and definitely illegal programming thing. We're here. We stop at an ordinary-looking building. And he leads me up to the 3rd floor. What's with the look on your face? Not what you expected? It's just a lot more ordinary than I thought it'd be. It even looks a bit like the place I work at. What? You thought there'd be blood and organs everywhere? Kinda. We saved that for the basement. We get less noise complaints that way. Kidding, kidding. How much do you know about us? Not a lot, to be honest. Well, we operate as a loan office, so this is where we talk to customers. Can't make it too scary, you know, so we just get this normal office building. If you want to see what a real gangster works, though, you should check out Sasha's pad upstairs. Now that's an old-fashioned lion's den. I'll pass, thank you. Alexi's one thing, but I have no desire to meet Sasha Delora. Your loss. Now then, let's start searching before we get caught. Is it normally so empty here? I thought we run into at least some people, but... I glance around the room. There are clear signs that people have worked here. People's papers piled messily on desks. Chairs not pushed in, but there's not a soul in sight. I texted some people before we got here, asking them to clear out the office. Not that they needed much convincing to slack off. And they listened to you? Don't they all think you did it? Who knows if it's because they actually trust me or they're just scared of what I'll do to them. I don't really care either way. Sorry, give me just a moment. I'm like stiffening up. Ow. Okay. This I don't carry the way. I see. Obviously it won't work against Sasha, but luckily he's not here right now. Let's hope the girls at the club keep him busy. Is he at Celestial? My best friend works there. Yeah, small world. He strides over to one of the desks in the back and begins ruffling through some drawers. Is that Misha's desk? Yeah, thought I might as well start here. Anything look out of place? One sec. I don't have your super memory or anything, but I did sit next to him. Hopefully I'll be able to spot if anything's off. Unable to help himself, I glance over at the desk to the left. My cell.
Unable to help myself, I glance over at the desk to the left. There are a million picture frames on it, and all of them seem to depict the same little girl. Alexei has a kid? Huh?
The desk is the one on the right. My desk is... I can't read anymore.
I didn't even say anything.
It's written all over your face. Also, that girl looks nothing like me.
I look over at the other desk, but sadly there's nothing interesting there. Just a computer, a pile of papers, and some pens scattered around.
Sorry to disappoint, but I'm just your normal white-collar office worker.
Uh-huh.
The most interesting thing you'll find here is probably this.
Ooh, a pompadour dog. He holds up some papers, and I spot several badly drawn doodles in the corner. I stare at them for a while, trying to decipher what they're supposed to be.
Can't solve this mystery?
I need more clues.
I'll do you one better. I have witness testimony. You should ask Sammy about it when we get back. He'll know.
By the way he's grinning, I feel like that's exactly what I shouldn't do. He goes back to searching. He doesn't seem like he needs any help on that end, so I let my eyes wander around the room to see if there are other clues elsewhere. Oh my goodness. My eyes end up landing on the photographs of the little girl on the desk one over again, and I suddenly remember there's something I need to bring up. Hey, Alexei.
What's up?
Have we met before? I was expecting a quick no, so the silence that stretches out for more than a couple seconds surprises me. Wait, does he actually...
You hitting on me?
Huh? No.
You didn't need to answer so quickly. Don't think we did. I don't usually hang out with your type.
Your type. And what's my type exactly?
Miss Goody Two-Shoes.
Oh, I don't really feel like one though.
True, I take that back. No law-abiding citizen would break into jail.
Sammy did most of the breaking in, I just happened to be there.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, girlie. So, why'd you ask? Did you have a dream about me or something?
No. Doesn't seem like he's lying, so he probably doesn't know about the vision then. In which case, the next question is, why me? Why did I see it?
You're missing out. Your dreams must be pretty boring. Wait.
Did you find something? Moving closer, peeking over his shoulder.
This box is missing.
What box?
He has a little box where he stores all the letters his girlfriend sends him. He always keeps it in this drawer.
Any chance someone took it?
Nah, pretty sure I was the only one who knew it was here.
You took it! He digs through the desk drawers some more, but it's obvious by the grim look on his face that it isn't there. Is it the only thing gone?
Yeah, I think so. Which probably means he took it.
He abandons his search and leans back, hands retreating back to his pockets.
Any idea why?
Well, I'm not entirely sure, but... if it was the only thing he grabbed, he might have known something was going to happen. That, or... he was planning to leave is on the tip of my tongue. I don't say it, but it looks like Alexei might have come to the same conclusion anyway. He starts rifling through the desk again, but this time there's a desperation in his hands.
Why am I so out of breath all of a sudden? Am I dying? Sorry, give me just a moment.
He would have said something to me in that case. He wouldn't just... like, sometimes... like, I just keep talking and I don't really breathe. Like, I don't know. He wouldn't just... he mumbles under his breath, and I'm not sure if it was meant for my ears. I stand a bit away from him, awkwardly watching as he frantically tears the desk apart. After a couple more minutes, he finally stops, the desk completely ransacked. The drawers are all open, paper strewn everywhere, almost as if a storm had blown across it. He stares down at Misha's desk, an inscrutable look on his face.
And then he slowly and gently begins to restore everything to their original positions. He looks lonely. Should I comfort him? But I don't even know what I should say. Dio's strong enough that she's never needed me to cheer her up, and it's not like I have any other point of reference. Maybe I can pat him on the arm? I step forward before I can talk myself out of it and give him a slightly awkward pat on the shoulder. I'm a bit afraid that he'll flinch or move away, but he surprisingly leans into my touch. We stay like that for a couple minutes. The room's silent except for the heavy breaths that I hear from him. Hey, girlie. He moves away and I let my hand drop back down to my side. Yeah? If he knew something was up, then why didn't he say anything to me? He normally tells me everything. Did he not trust me? I'm sorry, I don't know. Yeah, that was unfair of me to ask, sorry. He moves back, and I notice that he's angled himself away from Misha's desk, almost as if he can't bear to look at it. I can investigate myself if you need a break. I know this must be hard for you. Nah, I'm good. I've seen so many people die already. Misha's not the first, and he won't be the last either. Just give me a moment. He's been running around ragged all day. I wonder if it just hit him that Misha's dead. Yet, despite everything, he's still trying to put on a brave face. What should I do? Should I say something to him? So if it's color-coded... I shouldn't say anything. This is his world after all. I have no right to judge him on how he lives. What I consider strange is just normal for him. But still, my thoughts must show in my face, because a second later I feel an elbow gently nudging me in the side. Cheer up. I'm okay. I have the guys, right? Not everything's all doom and gloom with me. And now I even met this girl who ran headfirst into jail for me without considering the consequences. My life could be a lot worse if you ask me. Hey, feeling rather flustered that I'm suddenly the one getting comforted, I try to protest, but he raises a hand to stop me. Shh. Huh? How long are you gonna stand there? I'm about to ask him what he's talking about when something in the corner of the room catches my eye. Oh my god, Alexei. An unknown man suddenly emerges from the shadows, and I almost jump. Are you this Sasha person? Where'd he come from? I didn't even hear him come in. Has he been there the whole time? Why are you here? Isn't Sasha out? He ordered me to come back. It seems he had an inkling that you would return. If he really thought that, he would have been here holding a gun to my head the second I entered. He just wanted a drink without you nagging over his shoulder. The man ignores Alexei and turns towards me, looking me up and down with a critical eye. It's nice to meet you, young lady. My name is Nikolai. I'm the boss's bodyguard and advisor. Oh, this must be the Nico Alexei was talking about earlier. I'm sure Alexei can be dangerous if he wants to be, but his easygoing demeanor often makes me forget that he's a gangster. This guy, though, I don't think I could forget if I tried. The way he's staring is so unnerving. Nice to meet you, too. I purposely leave out my name, and his raised eyebrow indicates he's noticed. May I ask why you two are here? Isn't it obvious? You don't really think I murdered Misha, do you? Nikolai doesn't respond, and his face betrays nothing. It's hard to tell what he's thinking. I'm all for taking responsibility for my own actions, but even I'm not generous enough to become the scapegoat for someone else's. So I'm here to investigate and prove my innocence. You have a problem with that? Gonna turn me in? No, I have no reason to interfere with your investigation. However, please do not be mistaken. I'm not on your side, I only serve Sasha, and you'll turn me in if I pose a problem to him. Yeah, I know. Alexei goes back to rifling through the papers on Misha's desk, a scowl on his face, but I can't concentrate. The atmosphere that was here before has all but disappeared. Okay. Sorry, I'm like at an angle, so I'm trying to be more comfortable. There's something really disconcerting about how quiet Nikolai is. I wish he'd stop staring at me. Well, if he's just gonna stand there, maybe I can ask him some questions. I don't think Alexei will find any other clues on Misha's desk. Excuse me. I feel a bit silly trying to hold a conversation across the length of an entire room, but I prefer not to get too close to him. It's okay. Don't be too scared. Alexei said he'd protect you if it came to it, remember? Pardon me, young lady. I don't believe I caught what your relation to Alexei is. We're acquaintances. Or more accurately, strangers turned jailbreak companions turned investigation partners, I guess. Speed ran over the past few hours. Yeah, just acquaintances, and here I thought we were friends already. Oh, sure, then we could be friends. Don't sound too excited, jeez. Friends, I see. He seems a little shocked at my answer, as if the fact that Alexei has friends outside the gang comes as a surprise to him. Guess he really doesn't know about the guys at the hideout. Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions? Very well, but I'll not answer anything I deem detrimental to the boss. Well, this guy's very loyal, if nothing else. I understand, thank you. Do you know why they arrested Alexei? I heard that the police found his fingerprints on a decisive piece of evidence Misha had in his possession. Any idea what it was, Alexei? I'd be surprised if Misha had anything that didn't have my fingerprints on it. We've known each other for a while. I kinda just take whatever I want from his pockets at this point. It was a letter. A letter? Well, that doesn't help at all. I get his mail at least once a week. Do you know the contents of the letter? No, I wasn't given any other information. Really? That's all they know? I thought it'd be more than this, given how quickly they seem to turn on Alexei. Sasha doesn't care about the evidence. He was most likely just trying to cut me off. What do you mean? You probably assumed that Misha had been planning to betray the gang since his ring was gone, right? And since I'm closest to Misha, Sasha probably thought that either I actually did kill him or was working together with him. Either way, he just let the police take care of me. That's correct. This Sasha Delora guy sounds like a fun guy to be around. About the ring. Wait, sorry, is the ring you're talking about? Yeah, this thing. You never take it off voluntarily. Everyone knows that if you remove it, you no longer want to be a part of the gang. So I was right. Must be the missing ring I noticed earlier. If the killer really did take the ring from Misha's body, then that means they probably knew of its significance, right? I normally suspect a random robbery, but if it was the only thing taken, then it seems more likely that it was deliberately removed. Does everyone know about it? We don't go around advertising it, but it's not a secret or anything. Everyone sees us wearing the ring anyway, so I'm sure people can put together what it means. The Laura ring added to evidence. Ring that all members of the Delora gang wear. It supposedly symbolizes their loyalty to the gang, and removing it is seen as betrayal. Here's mine, see? The one time it got stuck and I almost thought I was gonna lose that finger. Where were you two at the time of the incident? Why are you asking so many questions? Are you with the police? No. The air suddenly feels chillier. I think I pushed too far. He reaches down, maybe to pull out a weapon, and I instinctively take a step back. Alexei swiftly steps forward and places himself between me and Nikolai. Stop trying to intimidate her, Nico. I won't allow it. My apologies. His hand drops back to his side, posture relaxing, and I can breathe again. You can apologize by answering her question. Very well.
Alexei steps away and nods at me to continue. I quickly mouth thanks at him. The boss called me to Celestial at around 3 a.m. He spent most of the night in a private room with his favorite hostess while I drank with some of the girls outside. All of them have given their testimonies already. There is also no footage of us leaving the club. Police have determined that we were not involved. So both of them have an alibi for the murder. I originally thought it could be them given Celestial's proximity to the crime scene, but if they were both witnesses all night, then it would have been impossible. Maybe it really was an issue with another gang. Perhaps Misha wanted to switch, but then got killed while trying to do so. Can't really rule out that possibility since I'm not that knowledgeable about gangs in general. Maybe Alexei would know more. The sound of footsteps thumping up the stairs interrupts that train of thought.
Looks like we have more company.
Any chance they're your friends?
Would a lie make you feel better?
Alright, so the situation's not looking good.
I don't have orders to impede your escape, so you're free to escape.
You're free to leave.
However, I will not be aiding you. I will not fight against the boss's allies without good reason.
Isn't Alexei included in that as well? I mean, they're literally blood related. Alexei doesn't look surprised, though. I guess this is another strange thing that's commonplace in his world.
Get behind me.
Are you sure you'll be okay? It sounds like there's a lot of them.
You gonna help? Throw some punches?
I can probably knock one out if I use a chair. Maybe. Hopefully.
As much as I'd like to see that, it's okay. You did all the work so far. This is my specialty now. Let me show off a bit, yeah?
Oh no, 2 spiky boys!
Alexei, how dare you come back, you traitor. Think we'd welcome you after you killed Misha? Get 'em, boys, don't let 'em escape. A bunch of them crowd around the doorway, and some of them are even holding weapons.
Is Alexei really going to be okay? There's so many of them. I turn to look at him, a little panicked, but he's just grinning and cracking his knuckles.
Lots of confidence for a group who's never beat me before, not even close. You're outnumbered. Even if it's you, you can't win against all of us. Yeah, try me. Step back, girlie. It might get a bit bloody here.
I nod and quickly move back. I'm self-aware enough to know I'd just be a hindrance.
Good.
Alexei stands between me and the rest of the crowd, rolling his shoulders casually.
You!
Alexei doesn't even give him a chance to finish his sentence before his fist flies out, colliding straight with the gangster's stomach.
That all you got?
Just like that, the floodgates are opened. Several of them jump at him, and Alexei deftly avoids their punches. With unexpectedly graceful footwork, he sidesteps the incoming strikes and launches his own counterattacks. I think I just heard something cracking. Oh no, he got hit! Oh no! One of the gangsters manages to land a punch on Alexei's arm, but he just grins. With practiced ease, he grabs the other gangster by the wrist and throws him across the desk. The papers on it go flying, but Alexei doesn't waste a beat. He's moving to the next target before they can even figure out what's going on. Whoa, he's good. I knew he was given his reputation, but it's different to see it with my own eyes. Suddenly, I notice a gangster sneaking up behind Alexei with a bat. He seems to be approaching in Alexei's blind spot. What should I do? Throw something. I quickly glance around and grab the closest thing to me. Get away from him! I fling the chair as hard as I can, which admittedly isn't very far. It hits the guy in the side, having lost most of its velocity with the flight, and the gangster stares at it with more confusion than pain. Ow, what the fuck? The guy suddenly drops to the ground, Alexei standing behind him with his fist outstretched. He lets out an appreciative whistle as he glances at the poor chair on the floor.
This here super special chair attack? Not bad for a distraction.
Sorry, I kinda just moved on instinct.
Yeah, we'll make a gangster out of you yet.
Don't even joke about that.
Anyway, you're right there?
Yeah, what about you?
Just fine. I'm not the one you should be worried about anyway.
He gestures towards the room, and it's only then that I notice a bunch of people lying on the ground unmoving. You did this all by yourself?
Piece of cake. Didn't even break a sweat, honestly.
There's a trail of blood going down his arm and a bruise on his cheek, but compared to all the other gangsters, he's relatively unharmed. The rumors don't do you justice.
You really gotta stop believing those. Anyway, ready to go? There will probably be some more people waiting for me downstairs, so I'll have to take care of them first.
The thought of being near another fight frightens me a little, but it seems to be the only way out. Okay, let's just get this over with and you're sure you can handle it. I'm a little surprised by my lack of hesitation. I can't tell if it's because of the adrenaline or if I just feel safer now that I've seen Alexi's skills in action.
Regretting choosing to come with me yet?
Just a bit. Today's been the most action-packed day in my entire life.
Yeah? That a good or bad thing?
It depends a lot on if you can get us out of here safely.
Well, I shouldn't disappoint you then, should I?
By the time we get to the hideout, everyone else is already back.
Welcome back.
Sammy's there to greet us in return, though he makes a face when he sees the state that we're in.
There you are. We've been waiting for you two.
Wait, what happened? Unie, are you okay?
Hello? I'm the one injured here. Does anyone care about me? You'll live.
Ow, ow.
Not if you keep poking my bruises, I won't.
Ow, what the fuck?
Your precious ice pack. Did you really need to slap me with it? Run into trouble?
A little bit, yeah. Some of the other gangsters found us while we were still there. Alexei took care of them though, so everything's okay.
I looked pretty cool, didn't I?
He seems to have gotten his arm wrapped up, and there's a strangely cute band-aid taped on one of his fingers.
You didn't kill them, did you? Why is that your first thought? I don't make it a habit of offing my coworkers. They're more useful to me as errand boys than dead. Very altruistic of you. Yep, that's me. Last year's community service winner. Well, I'm just glad you two are safe. What about you, Jem? Everything alright on your end?
Yep. Honestly, it looks like you guys had the most excitement out of all of us. I glance around at the others, and they do look like they managed to go through their own investigations without a hitch. If you're feeling up for it, should we share what we learned, or do you need to rest first?
Let's do it now. The threat of Theory's magical ice pack has cured me.
My heart's still thumping from the adrenaline. I was a little too close for comfort. Lexi hadn't seemed concerned at all, though. He had disposed of everyone waiting downstairs quickly and efficiently. You look kinda cool back there. Not that I'll ever tell him that, of course.
Very well, then I'll begin by sharing what I found.
Yes. Whoa, I've never seen Celestial this empty before. These theories imagined it out.
Can I go home now?
No. Yo. Hi, Sammy. Hi, hi. There's too much beer. The alcohol. Blah 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 blah. I quickly noticed that the star of the show is looking rather gloomy in the corner. I make my way over. Alexei shoots me a sour look, but thankfully doesn't stop me from sitting down next to him.
How many?
Huh?
Which class is that? Lie and give me a number less than 5.
Oh, it's my first one. I'm not a big drinker, and unfortunately I have work tomorrow. At least I hope I still have work. Mr. Potato Head might just fire me tomorrow morning, and I wouldn't even be able to complain this time.
You're my favorite person in the world.
By the way, how'd it go? Alexei had left for the police station an hour or 2 ago. I thought the whole ordeal would take longer, but barely 30 minutes after he'd left, I received a text message telling me that everything had been taken care of.
The whole thing was just a formality. By the time I got there, they already knew I wasn't the one who did it. They actually tried to kick me out because they were too busy investigating the new info Jem brought in. Something about monitoring the hotel's security cameras to see if they could catch the culprit. I doubt Blackthorn would be so careless, but whatever floats their boat.
He shrugs, looking decidedly unconcerned about the serial killer. They work surprisingly quickly.
Only because Chiara got on their asses. You'll learn that this nation's police doesn't do shit unless you pressure them. Usually their lackluster work ethic works out in my favor though, so I'm not complaining.
I've never met this Chiara person before, but she honestly sounds terrifying.
So yeah, I got there, signed some papers, almost got thrown back in prison again for making fun of their incompetence, you know, the usual fanfare.
You like to live on the edge, huh?
I'm a gangster, girly. Making fun of the cops is in the job description.
He sits back in his seat and tips the bottle back, making a face when he realizes that it's empty. Did you let your gang know that everything was taken care of?
Yeah, dropped by the office before I came here.
And everything was okay?
Yeah, what'd you expect was gonna happen?
I don't know, a continuation of when we left?
Nah, they're dumb, but they don't have a death wish. Anyway, I told them I was off the hook. They were awfully sorry for not believing in me, and even more sorry when I told them to take care of my paperwork for the next week.
Do you guys really have that much paperwork?
Yeah, we're a loan company, remember?
Uh-huh.
No, I'm serious. Fighting and gang work isn't profitable nowadays. We had to branch out these last few years. We're corporate now.
Real businessmen you all are.
You don't believe me, do you?
Not at all.
What will it take to convince you, seeing me in a suit and tie? I'll have you know I pulled that off pretty well.
As long as I got my suit and tie, I'll leave it all on the floor tonight.
Okay, so I'm assuming the bottom choice is like whatever picture, but I'll do the first one. Luckily for you, I have a picture right here. Oh, never mind. One sec. He slides his phone out of his pocket, swiping through quickly before holding it out for me to see.
I have a couple teasing remarks ready to go, but they all die on my tongue the instant I see the photo. Gasp.
Cat got your tongue?
The world's not fair. Why are you sitting like that? That can't be good for your back. Your posture's almost as bad as Sammy's.
Wow, okay, that's really the first thing you have to say.
You look okay too, I guess. He looks more than okay. I'm surrounded by so many hot people. Shouldn't some of it osmosis onto me?
Yeah, anything else?
No. I clamped my mouth shut after that to prevent myself from saying anything embarrassing, but Alexei seems to know what I'm thinking anyway. With a smug look on his face, he puts his phone back in his pocket, but not before flashing the picture at me a couple more times. Hot people who know they're hot are too powerful.
Hey.
I glance up from where I'm trying to get through this new citrus-flavored drink that randomly appeared in front of me. I expect another smug remark. He's been making fun of me for a while now about my inability to handle the aftertaste, but the look on his face is surprisingly thoughtful.
Thanks for everything. I mean it.
What's with the sudden farewell speech?
The unexpected seriousness of the conversation throws me off enough to pop an ill-timed joke, but thankfully he doesn't seem to mind. No, baby, you aren't getting rid of me that easily. But I just wanted to make sure you knew I appreciated it. You did more for a stranger than I've done for most people my whole life.
Don't worry about it. It was for my own benefit too, remember? Though I guess I can't even include it as work experience since it was a private case.
Regretting helping me out already?
No, but I would never follow you into the Delora office again.
You sure about that? It's unavoidable if you start working there.
Huh? Why would I ever work there?
He slings his arm across the back of the booth behind me, close enough that I can feel his body heat. Obviously, because there's a spot for you in the gang if the detectiving stops working out. I'll even vouch for you.
Uh-huh. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine myself getting recruited to a gang, even as a joke.
You could be our next star debt collector. After me, of course.
What? I thought you meant the paperwork part.
That's boring. Leave it to the grunts to do that. Field work's more fun, yeah?
With these noodle arms, people will be collecting money from me.
You gave up on your chair strategy already?
That would require me to have a chair at all times, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah. Tell you what, I'll teach you some self-defense tricks later, yeah? No chairs required.
They're easy enough that someone like me can do them?
Why not? Not everything relies on brute strength.
Okay, I might take you up on that then.
Sweet. I'll turn you into the most fearsome fighter the streets have ever seen. People will be cowering at the mere sight of you. It'll be epic.
Okay, maybe we don't need to go that far. Screech. See what this other option is. You can pull off anything well. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, now I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, flattery will get you everywhere. You ever wear one?
A suit? Don't think so. Never really had a chance to.
You're missing out. Barry and Jen both have a couple. One of these days we should get you in one.
You're not offering your own?
Sure, if you don't mind some mysterious and savory substances stuck to it.
What was that you said you were? A proper businessman, was it?
The world would be a happier place if all businessmen were allowed to throw hands, honestly.
Well, that was boring. What was that noise? It's Theo. Oops.
Are you having second thoughts already?
No.
Oh really? Even though you went out of your way to send that text? Even though you tipped off the police?
Why'd you do that, huh? I thought you wanted to be uninvolved, huh?
No reason.
Well, keep your secrets if you want. I'll figure them out soon enough.
Well there, well then, dear Unie, enjoy your happiness while you still have it. After all, it won't last forever. But you know that, wouldn't you? My OCD wants me to just skip through this.
Annoying reporter, yeah. Yes.
About the friendship. Me? Yeah, is that okay? Are you sure you want to go to the crime scene? It's not exactly the nicest place to be. To be honest, I was already there this morning. I think I'll be okay this time. Hopefully I won't feel like throwing up again. Well, if you're sure. Give me a second. I'll change to my uniform and then we can go. Okay. There's still no sign of Jem after 10 minutes, and I start to get a little worried. Jem, are you okay in there? Sorry, one second. Why won't this baton fit anymore? It was fine earlier. Stupid thing. Are you sure you don't need help? Yeah, I'm fine. Let me just... Well, there goes one of his foam weapons. I'm ready. He suddenly appears in front of me, doing his best to pretend like nothing happened. If I squint a little, I think I can see some tape holding that poor baton together. What? I want to tease him about it, but he's covering the baton defensively with his hands, so I take pity on him and change the topic. Do you think I need a disguise too? Will they even let me in if I go with you? I probably should have thought of this before I volunteered. You could just go as a detective. They shouldn't have a problem with you if you say you're with me. Even though I'm not police? Yeah, they've been trying to cooperate with more private investigators lately. Oh, is that why Mr. Potato Head was called in earlier? Not that I'm complaining, but I wonder why. They're running out of police investigators. There's a big case they're all dealing with, but even then, it's still not enough. So they're looking for more help. I see. You're surprisingly knowledgeable about the police, Jem. Well, I have some connections. I've also been doing this for a long time. Wow, you're basically an actual officer. Full offense, but are you two done yet? The others already left. Please leave so I can blast my music in peace. Sorry. We're heading out now. Bye, Sammy. Bye. Body's gone by the time we arrived, thankfully. The area is taped off, but they let us in without much fuss. I was a little anxious that they'd ask to see our credentials, but true to Jem's words, they barely glance our way. They really didn't even ask to see your badge. Yeah, I think they recognized me. Because of those connections of yours, right? Well, Theory put in a good word for me when I first started out. It's made things a lot easier for me, so I'm really thankful. That's nice of him. Can Prince Theory put in a good word to Mr. Potato Head for me too? Well, it's beneficial to him too. He could use me to do things his status won't allow him to do. Okay then, where should we start? Tell me what to do. You're the officer here, I'll follow your lead. It's just the cover story. You can order me around, I don't mind. I'm not too smart, so I'm more useful when people tell me what to do. I wouldn't even know where to start. In that case, let's just help each other as equals. Investigation partners? Okay, that sounds good. He seems really excited about this. I wonder if he's always had to do this alone. Alright, let's see. Glance over at where the body was found. Other than the tape and the police loitering around, nothing else seems unusual. Do you know if there was blood found near the body? Let me check. He flips the report that he was given on the way in. It says here that there is no reaction when they tested with luminol. Okay, so the actual crime scene might have been somewhere else and the body was moved here afterwards. Autopsy said he died around 8 AM, but the body wasn't discovered until 11, right? So it must have been moved during that time. They questioned the person who discovered the body already, and he said that he saw the body as soon as he opened the dumpster lid. I wonder if the culprit just brought the body into the front. I don't think it's possible to leave from the back. Are there doors back there? The celestial ones are always locked. Theo complains about it all the time because she has to go the long way around to throw out the trash. What about the one leading to the hotel? I'm not not sure actually, I just assumed it was the same. I can go check. Jem goes to speak with one of the investigators, gesturing animatedly at the doors on both sides. I know he insists he's only a fake one, but since he's actually investigating, isn't he basically a real investigator? A streamer, a cosplayer, and now a policeman. He's really more talented than he gives himself credit for. Got the answer. Jem returns within a few minutes, looking proud of himself. Both doors are always locked. There are cameras inside the buildings as well, but no one was seen accessing the doors. Okay, we can treat this like a locked alley then. I glance over to the front of the alleyway and notice a security camera pointed right at the entrance. Hey, there's a security camera there. Do you think Sammy can find out who entered during that time frame? I'm sure he already has a list. That quickly? Do you think he's monitoring us right now? Only one way to find out. He moves in front of the security camera's line of sight and gives it a quick wave. A couple seconds later, I hear his phone vibrate in his pocket. That's yes. I suddenly feel a little self-conscious knowing I'm being watched. You don't need to worry about that. He's the last person in the world who would judge anyone. You could start moonwalking here and you wouldn't find it weird. Moonwalking, moonwalking. I appreciate the support, but I think I'd die from embarrassment, so I'll pass on that. Anyway, did you figure something out? It's just a little strange. There's a lot of traffic around these parts, especially during the early hours, yet the body wasn't found right away. Even if it was covered by the dumpster lid, no one opened it by accident until several hours later. I got Cosmolux being busy, but do people really go to Celestial so early in the morning? I thought it was more of a nighttime activity. My friend complains every day about the drunk people who pass out and refuse to leave until the next morning. She and the other girls always have to stay behind and watch them all night. Oh no, that's terrible. I wish people would think about the trouble they're causing others. Agreed. No traces of blood. Locked doors. No blood. Maybe the body is removed. What's the point of the doors going on? What now? We should probably take a look at where the body was found. Do you have a picture of it? Yeah, right here. The photograph he shows me basically looks the same as the scene I saw earlier. You're sure you're okay with this? Yeah, it's just a photo. What about you? I've seen a lot of crime scenes after meeting Theory and Alexei, so I'm used to it now. How long have you guys known each other? A couple years now, I think. I'll tell you the story later. Okay. Anyway, here's the body in digital form. Significantly less trauma-inducing than the actual corpse. Now that Mr. Potato Head isn't breathing down my neck, though, I'll actually be able to investigate. Where do you want to start with first? Mouse over any area you want to investigate. Yay, look. That hotel balconies are right above the dumpsters. It might just be a coincidence, but... Oh, you're right. I didn't even see it. You said this was basically a locked room, right? With the dead end in the back and the cameras near the front? So I thought maybe the killer entered and exited a different way. I'm not sure how, though. We can figure that part out later. Let's jot it down for now. Hotel balcony... How'd you even notice that? Do you like detective stories too? You seem to have a knack for this. I've only watched a couple of the popular ones, but once this is over, I'll watch more so I can talk to you about them. That's really sweet. We can watch your streams together too. Let's not. Too embarrassed? Well, you can watch them if you want, just don't let me know you're doing it. That's fair. What are you doing? I thought maybe there would be a clue inside here. Jem's digging through the trash with an earnest look on his face. It's a bit weird to describe the scene as heartwarming, but he somehow makes it work. Do you need help? Nope, I got it. He doesn't like asking for help on anything, does he? I stand back and wait as he rustles through the garbage some more. Other policemen nearby shoot him disgusted looks, but Jem ignores them. Well, I think it's way cooler that he's actually doing the dirty work rather than standing there gossiping. After a couple minutes, Jem straightens up. Find anything? No. That's okay. It's not like we're guaranteed to find clues everywhere. Stop looking so sad. I'll add it to our evidence stash anyway, okay? Fresh bag. What's that over there? Looks like a sign. It's hard to read in the photograph though, so let's look at the real thing. I'll do it. I'll be right back. Wait. And there he goes. Welcome back. It's the garbage collection schedule. Looks like they pick up trash at 9 AM on Tuesdays. Hey, that's today! Oh, you're right. I forgot what day of the week it was. Wish that happened to me, but unfortunately I always count down the days until the weekend. So that means they picked up the trash at 9 AM this morning as well. Any chance they saw the body? Doesn't seem like it. The police already called to check. Well, assuming they're telling the truth, that means it's most likely the body was dropped off between 9 AM and 11 AM. That narrowed down the potential suspects. I'm looking around the alleyway for more clues when I notice Jem picking at something on the dumpster. What are you looking at? Is there something here, or is it just me? It looks a little lighter. Oh, hey, you're right. There's a small mark in front of the right dumpster. I completely missed it. What do you think it is? Not sure. How did it make that mark anyway? Paint, maybe? I'll go check. Wait! He's so eager about this. Well, as long as he's having fun. I'm back. You said there was some paint there that was washed off. It looks like the area is drier than the parts around it, too. Well, it was raining earlier this morning before I met up with Theo, so we can assume the paint was washed off then. Do you think it's graffiti? Graffiti doesn't wash off that easily, right? Maybe it's not related to the case. Maybe, though I still think we should keep it in mind, just in case. I think we're done here, unless there's anything else you wanted to check out. No, I'm good. To be honest, it's getting a little stuffy in this outfit. Oh no, you should have said something. It wouldn't have mattered. Investigation's more important, so I would have stayed anyway. Yeah, but we could have stopped for some water or something. Okay, let's hurry up and go back so you can change out of that outfit. Sounds like a plan. We did a good job, right? Yeah, we actually found more clues than I expected. Honestly, we make a pretty good team. It's all thanks to your help, partner. No problem, partner. We salute each other, but the other police officers nearby start to give us weird looks, so we hurriedly leave the scene. Welcome back. Hello? Everyone else is already back when we return. Alexi gives me a lazy wave from the couch. Where's Jem? He ran off to change, said he was too hot in the suit. Is that why Theory took off after him? He must be getting an earful right now. Such dedication. You'd never catch me wearing anything like that. Your Royal Highness, your country's uniform is being slandered. Come defend your pride. Slandered. Theory exits one of the rooms and raises an eyebrow when he notices we're all looking at him. What's this about? Sammy said he'd rather die than wear Jem's policeman outfit. That's fine. Yeah, I thought you'd be offended. You're always weirdly protective of your fancy outfits. I don't particularly care about Sammy's opinion on clothing. Rude. If I wore half the things you own, I'd be exiled from my own country. Sammy's wardrobe isn't that wild, is it? The door to the room opens again, and Jem exits looking thoroughly chastised, though he immediately perks up when he sees the rest of us. Oh, everyone's back already. Heard you almost got heat stroke. Condolences. Please don't bring it up again. Theory finally stopped lecturing me. I hope Alexi's listening somewhere and appreciates everything I do for him. Sometimes I can still hear his voice. Alright, I got the hint. I'll get you a glass of water as thanks. How about that? At this point, I'll take it. Be right back. Jem sits down next to me and gulps down the cup of water he's been given. He finishes the entire thing within seconds. I should keep an eye on him in the future if he's not going to look after himself more. Now that everyone's here, let's share our finding. Prince Theory takes one more glance at Jem first to make sure he's okay before continuing the conversation. Yes, well, make the decision to go join Jem, but he's suddenly not there anymore. Huh? Where'd he go? Oh, there he is, getting refills for everyone. I give him a small wave when he happens to look over, pointing to the empty seat next to me. He nods, dropping off one last can at Sammy's table before sliding into the booth. Hey, you're such a mom friend, Jen. Huh? Where's this coming from? I gesture toward the other tables, and it's only then that I realize he had gone out of his way to get specific drinks for each person. Yep, definitely a mom friend. I guess I do like taking care of the others. Makes me feel useful. I don't know about using the word useful. You're way more talented than you give yourself credit for. Thank you. Take your sky skill, for example. The fact that it actually looks real and not like a cheap imitation is incredible. I can't imagine the amount of time and hard work it took to get everything. Okay, please stop. He holds out his hands to stop me, face red, and I can't help but laugh at the display. He's surprisingly easy to tease. Do you want another drink? No, it's okay. I have work tomorrow and I don't drink much anyway. At least I hope I still have work. Mr. Potato Head might just fire me tomorrow for my stunt today. Kinda just disappeared on him. It's not fair though. All my other coworkers slack off and ditch whenever they want, yet he only picks on me. If I get fired, they should be too. Oh right, you work at the Douglas Detective Agency, right? One a couple blocks down from the mall. You know of it? That's a surprise. Not many people pay attention to detective agencies unless they're specifically looking for them. Well, I may have paid a visit today. Huh? What? Why? Barry asked me to speak with your boss to make sure you were excused for today. He didn't want you to get in trouble tomorrow. I dropped by on the way here. Your boss didn't seem too happy about it, but I think he understood. I stare blankly at him and then quickly pull out my phone to check. It's not that I think he's lying, but it's something I need to see for myself to believe. True to Jem's words, there's one single message from Mr. Potato Head waiting for me when I open up my text. You may have been excused today, but I expect you to be on time tomorrow. No excuses for being late. I've never been so excited to see a text message from him before. I don't know what to say. Jem, you're a literal lifesaver. You're the best, most awesome person in the world. Thank you so much. Well, it was Theory's idea. I'm just the henchman. Don't talk about my savior like that. Okay. Well, for being honest, it wasn't my first time there anyway. There's an arts and crafts store next door that I sometimes go to. I saw the sign once and it stuck with me because I've never seen a detective agency before. You sure it wasn't because of how ugly the sign looked? I think my boss made it 5 minutes before the grand opening and has never changed it. It's charming. You don't need to force yourself to praise it, Jem. It's a travesty. I pause. There's something that's been on my mind all day, and now seems like the right time to ask about it. Any chance we met before today? Maybe when you passed by the agency or someplace else? I'm worried I might have sounded too suspicious, but if Jem notices anything, he doesn't show it. I don't think so. I think I would have remembered you. You could be pretending not to know about the vision, but he doesn't seem like the type of person to do that. Did he really not see it then? Well, even if we had run into each other before, the agency sign probably stood out more than me anyway, so I don't blame you for not remembering. I wouldn't say that. Well, sign aside, maybe I can come visit you one day when I'm in the area. Don't you have work? It occurs to me that I don't really know much about his job. In fact, I don't even know where he normally streams. Streaming is pretty flexible. Since I'm independent, I can basically make my own schedule and pick the days I want to do it. I also set a max limit for myself since I don't want to be online too much. It must be nice to be able to dictate your own hours. Yeah, though I'm not sure the cafe is working. I've been hitting it consistently recently. Maybe that's a sign you should increase it then? You should. I don't know if I could do much more than 8 though. I'm sorry, did you say 8? 8 what? 8 hours? That's as long as my workday. But unlike me, I doubt he has any downtime while he's streaming. Everyone else is putting in the work too. I need to work just as hard to keep up. But if you think my schedule's bad, you should see Sammy's. He's an early riser, so he's usually already in front of his computer when I get there. And then he's still sitting there when I finish streaming, in the same position and everything. Early riser? Are you sure he doesn't just pull all-nighters and not sleep? Wait, you stream at the hideout? I guess that does make sense. I don't know where Jem lives, but his house can't be as big as Sammy's. Yeah, it's quieter there and I have my own room for it. There's no real downsides. I don't think he wants to show me his channel, but... Right now? Yeah, I never watched your streams before, so I figured now's the perfect time to get a brief overview. Give me your best sales pitch. Why should I watch you, Mr. Gemstones? Well, you don't have to. Despite his words, though, he still pulls out his phone with a small smile on his face. I can tell how much his channel means to him. He unlocks his phone, and I briefly see some numbers before he switches to another screen. Kitty! Whoa, is that your profile picture? It looks so stylish. Thanks. They already hired a professional photographer just for it. He's been very supportive of my streaming career. That's sweet. He really does care despite his cranky exterior. Hey, that cat kinda looks like me. We got the same color scheme going on. Oh, you're right. Perhaps I should have named her Yunye, then. What's your actual name? My eyes land on the little blurb below his photo, and the smile falls right off my face. Just a casual fit on my day off with the little one? I have a confession to make. Uh-huh. It wasn't a casual fit at all. I spent hours on it. I'm aware. It was that obvious. No one hires a professional photographer for something they pull out of the wardrobe in 5 minutes. No one looks like that just rolling out of bed, either. It looks a bit sad that his very obvious secret was exposed, so I nudge him gently in the side. You look good, though. Nothing wrong with putting some effort into your craft. A lot of my viewers like the wholesome vibes, so I've been trying to cater to them more. That cat was a good idea then. You can't go wrong with cute pets. I'm about to say something else, but a certain number suddenly catches my eye and my mouth drops open. You have over 500,000 subs? Yeah, it's a recent thing. I've been stuck at 499,000 for a while. Thankfully, it looks like the new content that I've been trying is pretty popular. That's still a really big number. Can I have your autograph? That's the first thing you asked for? Well, it just occurred to me that you're a real celebrity. I'm still relatively unknown, but I can sign something for you once we get back. Relatively unknown? 500,000 people disagree with that. I don't think even 100 people know I exist. Anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about you. How's your job? Do you like it? When did you start working? What are your coworkers like? I feel like I'm getting interviewed. I don't like my job at all. That was fast. Isn't it normal? I feel like most people don't like their jobs, especially when they're just starting out. I just get bossed around by my boss, bossed around by my coworkers. The work's not even fun most of the time. But it's not the worst thing in the world. At least I get paid enough to be able to afford the necessities. Other people have it way worse, especially in this economy. I should consider myself lucky I'm even employed. It's my fault for having my expectations too high right out of college. Do you have to work there? Well, yeah, it's not like there are a lot of detective agencies to choose from in general. Most of them don't hire people out of college. I could try to work as a police investigator, I guess, though I have to say that what I saw today didn't exactly fill me with much confidence. Yeah, they're not great. I wouldn't mind working with you, though. When's your shift, Officer Young? Whenever you're there, of course. I'll always make time for you. Huh? If you don't like working there, you should just leave and open up your own agency. I can't just quit. I've only been working there for 2 years. Does the number of years matter? Maybe not. I guess I'm just used to teachers hammering it in that we need to tough out our first job and things like that. It's your life. You should live how you want it. You should live it how you want. Well, having my own agency would be the dream, but it'd need more than one employee. I'm not sure where I'd find another detective. Don't worry, I'll help you. I could do stakeouts or tail people. He starts ticking things off on his fingers, looking more and more excited. And then Alexei could be our bodyguard. Sammy could do the surveillance work, and Barry could provide the funds. Am I just a wallet to you? Prince Theory rolls his eyes when me and Jim turn to give him synchronized thumbs up. Though I think I see the corners of his mouth fighting a smile. You could call it UNIA's detective agency. Feeling very creative today, aren't you? Hey, yeah, that sounds fun. It'd be like an odd jobs agency. Now that I think about it, that's already kind of what the hideout is. Think about everything that's happened today, from the friendly atmosphere to the investigations to everyone chipping in to solve the mystery. Being able to do that forever as a living. Yeah, maybe I'll let myself daydream about that kind of future tonight. Does that mean you live with someone? Huh? Why? You just said it was quieter at the hideout, so I assumed it might be noisy at your house. It's silent for a couple moments, and he surprisingly looks hesitant to respond. You don't need to answer if you don't want to. Sorry, didn't mean to ask such a personal question. No, it's okay, I don't mind. Despite saying that, however, it still takes a few more seconds of him fidgeting around before he seems to steel himself. It's my cats. They're rather whiny, so it's hard for me to stream around them. Oh, you have cats? Why do you look so embarrassed? That's cute. He nods but looks away, and I can instantly tell there's something he's not telling me. Cats, plural? And how many do you have? His face turns completely red and he coughs a little to try to regather himself. 5. You really are a cat, Grandma. You just had that vibe around you. What vibe? His face somehow turns even redder, and I can't help but laugh harder. Thankfully, he seems to be a good sport, though he does pout a little and give me small nudges until I stop giggling. Anyway, enough about me. Hopefully he goes easy on me tomorrow. I know Jim said he understood, but I have some serious doubts. Oof, girl, you know what you need. At first, I think he's going to refuse and say that he'd rather be alone, but he surprisingly nods and offers no resistance. Nice. Us lazy people need to stick together. I just thought it'd be important to look through any footage of the crime scene. I didn't choose you to laze around. I know. He smiled? Come sit next to me. I'll pull the footage from the security camera and we can go over it together. Okay. He pulls out a chair for me and moves over. Huh? What's that? Ooh. There are countless plushies of some sort of round creature on the chair, but he shoves them to the ground without care and gestures for me to take a seat. He doesn't strike me as a pushy person. Maybe he just likes cute things? Hey. Eek! The hand that landed on my shoulder quickly retracts. Oh, you okay? Sorry, didn't mean to scream. You scared me. My bad. Just wanted to give you a quick warning before I left. He leans in close and lowers his voice. Don't let Sammy start talking about it, yeah? No matter how much he begs. What? What are you two whispering about over there? Nothing. I was just leaving. See you both. Bye. Wait, what did you mean by that? Unfortunately, Alexei gives us a quick salute and disappears before I can ask him anything else. I loiter around the entrance to see if he'll come back, but then Sammy pats the chair impatiently and I have no choice but to sit down. If you're going to give me a warning, at least be more specific. Any kind of context would have been nice. Sammy's typing away on his keyboard, headphones on. I don't know what any of the code means, but even if I did, he's going too fast for me to read it anyway. It's obvious he's an expert in his craft. I sit quietly next to him, trying my best not to distract him, but then Stanley suddenly seems to remember I'm here. He pushes his headphones down and moves over a little so I can see the screen a bit better. Sorry, habit. I'm not used to being social. It's okay. I don't mind watching you work. Since you're here, we might as well talk. Since he said that, I thought he'd at least pick the topic, but I guess he's leaving that to me. Have you been programming for a long time? Since high school. What about you? I think I started being interested in detective work sometime around elementary school. Pretty sure it was a little bit after meeting Vio. A real prodigy, I see. I wouldn't say that. It's not like anybody actually trusted a little kid to do detective work. And Nancy Drew. It ended up being more like odd jobs. Experience is experience. Doesn't matter where you get it from. Something flashes on the computer, and then a video of the alleyway appears on the screen. The camera's positioned in a way that doesn't show what's happening inside, but we can at least check who went in and out of the alleyway. Can they have angled it a little bit? Useless. Lots of people throw up there after a night of Celestial. They probably didn't want to have to watch that. Skill issue. He presses a button and the footage speeds up. Sammy's eyes flit quickly across the screen, and he somehow manages to focus on the footage while his fingers fly across the keyboard at breakneck speed. Something wrong. He speaks up suddenly, eyes still glued to the computer, and it takes me a few moments to realize he's speaking to me. Oh, no, sorry. Just thought you looked kinda cool. Really? Is the bad posture doing it for you? I know I don't have room to talk, but you should really fix that. Can't. It's ingrained in me. I can't focus anymore if I'm not horribly disfiguring my body. I don't have great posture either, but the way he's folding his back like a pretzel can't be healthy. Well, you'll curse your decisions when you're older. Guess I'll have to take care of me when the time comes. The locks are in. You're really going to say that and move on before I can respond? Since the time of death was at 8 this morning and no one entered the alleyway for hours before that, I'll start from there. The camera quality isn't great, so I can't identify any of the people. He gestures toward the video footage, and sure enough, the person currently on it is an indistinguishable blob. Let's give them code names. Sure, that sounds cool. Really spy-like. Did you have something in mind? Palmberry. Palmaguchi. Palmagachi. Pochama. What? Palmberry. Palmagachi. Pochama. No, I heard you the first time. What do those words mean? Do you just like attaching the word palm to everything? You asked. You brought it up. What's the look on his face? Have you heard of Pochrin? That sounds vaguely familiar. Oh, the cartoon show with the Pomeranians? Mm-hmm. Oh, is that what all the plushies are? Pomeranians? Now that I'm looking at them again, they do kind of look like dogs. Does that one have a pompadour? I can inform you on Pochrin lore if you want. A feeling of dread suddenly washes over me, and Alexi's warning flashes across my mind like a horror movie. Maybe after the investigation. Can we just go with letters for now instead? It'll be easier for me to remember. You said you had a good memory. I still need to think about it. It's not always just bouncing around in my head. I need to pull the information from my memory bank. Is he pouting? Fine, you win today. I expect you to know their names by the next investigation. Everyone in the hideout is required to know the basics of at least 3 of them. Otherwise, you're not allowed entry. Does that include Prince Theory and Alexi too? It's nice of them to show interest in your hobby. Weren't. Sorry, what did you say? I didn't catch that. They weren't given a choice. Ah. Well, 3 isn't bad, right? You mentioned 3 earlier, so technically I implore you to know their first anime appearance, their live-action actors, their backstories, their family trees, their specific breeds. Wait, this is basic information? Wait, it has a live action? Wait, they have actors? Are they real dogs? Or do they make actors act in dog costumes? 3 waits in a row. Nice. I'm starting to see why Alexi gave me the warning now. Now that we've entertained your little distraction. You're the one who brought it up. Hey, wait, at least answer my last question. Let's go through the video. If only Alexi knew you were making small talk instead of helping clear his innocence, he'd be so sad. Ah, fine, let's do it then. He's totally making fun of me. Well, whatever, as long as he's having fun. Is he having fun? It's a little hard to tell with him. Here's a diagram of the scene. Nice illustration, did you make it? Mm-hmm. Do you like the unproportionately big garbage dumpster? They're charming. Thank you. I worked hard to make them as large as possible. Why though? Is that a notebook? Yep, I think I'll be able to remember everything, but I wanted to write it down just in case. Theo gave this to me for my birthday a couple years ago. Since I hadn't been assigned any cases until now, it's mostly been used as a scheduler and doodle book. I can finally use it for its intended purpose. Well, it'll probably go back to being the scheduler and doodle book tomorrow, but I'm gonna savor it for today. Do you want to borrow my keyboard? I can split the screen. It's okay, call me old-fashioned, but I prefer using pen and paper anyway. Nothing wrong with that. That's surprising to hear from you. Just because I'm addicted to electronics doesn't mean everyone else has to be. That's nice. You know, you're kind of like the opposite of gatekeeping. I don't see the purpose in gatekeeping. It's more fun to force people to suffer through things I enjoy. How generous of you. He resumed clicking through the security footage. 5 people went into the alleyway during this time frame. Who do you want to investigate? Person A entered the alley at around 8:30 carrying nothing. They were in there for less than a minute. Person B entered around 9 a.m., probably the garbage collector based on their outfit. Could see the guy on camera making one trip in the alleyway, emptying one of the dumpsters into the garbage truck before wheeling it back. Alexi, probably. He entered around 10 a.m. The small yellow blob on the screen. The blob disappears into the alleyway for a couple seconds before reappearing. He doesn't seem to be carrying a body, at least. Is the bar that low? Well, it was a non-zero possibility. Entered around 10:45 a.m. They were wheeling a suitcase. Maybe Misha's body was hidden in there. Person E entered around 11 a.m. Based on his testimony, he was out on a morning jog. He was the one who reported the body. He was unlucky to have accidentally stumbled upon the body like that. It has nothing to do with luck. For example, I would never be in that situation. Really? How can you be so sure? I would never voluntarily exercise. Are all your punchlines gonna be about living as unhealthily as possible? Uh-huh. Is it funny yet? Your delivery could use some work. That's all. Yeah, I think I got everything. I settled back in my seat after I finished writing everything up, but then I noticed Sammy staring at my notebook. What? Did you want to check something? I angled the pages toward him so you can see, but he pushes it away with a look of disgust on his face. I don't think I can read a single word you've written down. It's fine as long as I can read it, right? Is that an M? Not even close, it's an I. I's don't have curves in them. Neither does the letter I wrote. Let me try. I hand him my pen. He scribbles something in my notebook and then pushes it back to me. Hi, Unie, smiley face. It's written in neat letters. What the? It's so pretty. You sound disappointed. I thought you were one of us. So you admit you have bad handwriting. Mine isn't that bad. I'm just out of practice. I'll train a little and then we can see whose is better. I'm coming for your crown, just you wait.
I don't think I need to worry about that.
Yeah, keep talking, I'll show you.
Fine, don't keep me waiting.
He smiles a lot more than I thought he would. Anyway, it doesn't look like the victim was caught on camera at all, right? Since everyone who entered the alleyway did leave, it's safe to say that Misha wasn't one of them. That means that he most likely didn't walk in on his own. Maybe the culprit carried him in somehow.
There's that person with the luggage.
Person D?
Sorry, I don't have a photographic memory or the notebook of scribbles.
I don't have either of those things. Person D is definitely suspicious. Do you think the luggage is large enough for a body? I stare at it. It looks kind of big enough, but also not the more I stare at it.
We can ask Alexei later.
Because he knows how big Misha is, or because he has experience stuffing people into suitcases. Actually, I don't want to know.
Diagram,
Camera log.
I guess I should also check who sent that text message to Alexei.
He looks really cranky as he plugs his phone into his computer and starts up a program. Well, he said he thought it was gang business, right? It can't be helped. He's loyal to his brother.
He trusts Sasha too much.
It's the first time I've heard anything resembling anger come from Sammy's mouth, and it temporarily renders me speechless. I don't care much about Sasha Dora either, but that sounded personal.
I hope you don't blindly trust anyone either.
Theo immediately comes to mind, but I don't think she counts. He's clearly talking about bad influences. Of course I don't. It's obvious from his expression that he doesn't believe me. Do I really seem like that kind of person? Anyway, do you figure out who sent it?
Doesn't seem like it's possible.
That's too bad. Doesn't say anything else, sitting back with a frown as he closes out of the program. I wonder if he's beating himself up over not being able to track him down. So he does take pride in his work, despite how he acts. I will make sure closer and pat his arm. It's okay. You've already done all that you can. Don't worry about it. You're still a great programmer in my eyes, Sammy. Well, not that I know what makes a good programmer. You could be typing gibberish for all I know. But still, at least you look cool while doing it. Bad posture and all. I was expecting a snarky response, so when his expression worsens, I panic a little. What do I do? I don't even know what he's upset about. Is he mad I made fun of his posture? He was fine with it earlier. Let's change the subject, just to be safe. Hey Sammy, can I ask you a weird question?
What?
Have we met somewhere before?
You're asking that to someone who doesn't go outside?
Oh, that's a good point.
Probably not. Why do you ask?
I'm not sure what I'm going to say, but thankfully the door slams open and saves me from having to come up with an excuse. I wanted to see if he knew anything about the vision, but he didn't say anything about it. Maybe I should try asking one of the others too when I get the chance. Doesn't make sense that I'm the only one who saw it when we're all involved.
I'm back. Barry and Alexei are here too.
Ken looks a bit out of breath, as if he had just run back. He gives us a big smile when he notices us sitting together. Hi, Jem.
Hi, Unie. Hi, Sammy.
How'd things go? Pretty good. How about on your end? Same with me. He waves a couple pieces of paper at me that he must have gotten from the crime scene.
Sammy's already snoozing?
Huh? No, he's just... I turn around to find Sammy slumped over his desk, eyes closed. Whoa, when he fall asleep?
Wake up, Sleeping Beauty. Hello. Welcome back.
We're about to share information. Are you feeling up for it?
Sure. Unie has all the notes.
I guess that means he wants me to do the talking. Alright then, Barry, we're ready to start. Very well. By the time I make my way over to Sammy's table, there are 7 empty bottles in front of him. Sammy scoots over a little when he sees me coming, holding out an unopened bottle that I refuse. You okay?
I'm fine.
Are you sure? Didn't you just go throw up in the bathroom?
Mild technical issue. I'm good to go again.
He's not lying. He seems to be making his way through his 8th bottle already. I squinted him just to make sure he really is okay, but he does seem fine. I've never seen anyone come even close to outdrinking Theo before. It might not have seemed like it, but she's pretty famous here for being the one with the highest alcohol tolerance. Sammy shrugs, looking wholly unbothered at the news that he'd gone toe-to-toe with the alcohol queen herself. I was treating it like a competition. She was mostly drinking for fun. It's not a big deal. Still though, it's impressive. I didn't think you were someone who liked drinking.
I don't like or dislike it. My college friends used to pressure me into drinking, so I built up tolerance just from our survival.
Sorry, I didn't mean to drag up bad memories.
Don't apologize. The competition was fun. I don't let people pressure me into doing things I don't want to anymore. I wouldn't have agreed if I didn't want to.
I must still look worried because he reaches over and flicks my forehead. Ow!
Think of it as my tragic backstory I had to overcome to defeat my ultimate nemesis, Fiorella of Celestial.
Do you know who she is?
I run background checks for a living.
Ah, right. Privacy is not a thing in your world.
You think Theory would have just let a random person stay without one?
He said he was going to trust me more.
You can do that and still rely on my background checks. They're not mutually exclusive. I guess. Besides, today's not the first time I've heard of her. A lot of people I play with online are big fans of her. They say that she's...
No, stop. I don't want to hear about randos being slimy about my best friend.
People do tend to be rather disgusting behind the screen.
I grimace a little. Theo's way too beautiful and nice to not have hordes of admirers. She even had a few stalkers over the years, but I don't particularly want to hear what creepy things people say about her online.
I've been playing more single-player games recently anyway. It's more peaceful.
Wait, really? You seem like the type of person who likes trash-talking others, though.
That's why I take it out on Lexi.
Or Lexi. Do you have anything you're playing right now?
Poacher and Drop. Do you want to make an account and try?
Yes.
Sure.
I receive a link immediately from an unknown number, and I quickly click on it and sign up. Alright, done.
Give me your username. I'll add you to the family group.
Oh,
What?
Ace Detective?
Don't be embarrassed. It's cute.
Uh-huh.
It's hardly the worst one.
Invitation to be added to the group before it pops up, and I accept. There's a leaderboard with the first place person more than triple the score of second place. Are you Alts F4?
Who else?
Second place is someone named Gemini, which must be Gem. And then there's Alexi here, who didn't even try and just use his first name as his username. The person in last place catches my eye though, and I frown at it. Poachering hater?
Very.
He hates them that much?
He's the founder of the Poacher and Hater Club, yes.
Why though? They're so cute!
I agree. He's just annoyed I keep trying to force it down his throat.
Well, that's valid, I guess.
Want me to show you how to play?
Nah, I'm a big fan of hands-on learning.
So, what'd you learn?
But I'm not very good at this game. Let me try again. Gosh, why do they have to make a Tetris remix so hard?
Not bad.
It's okay, you don't need to try and make me feel better. I can see your high score is several magnitudes higher.
I'm perpetually online and have no life. You did fine. Much better than the other 3 on their first attempts anyway.
I'm still a little surprised they tried it out.
They didn't have a choice. The hideout is under my name, so they have to follow my rules if they want to stay.
His theory lets you kick him out?
Status means nothing in the world of gamers.
I revised the social hierarchy in my mind and placed pro gamers above the royal family.
We should play as a group next time.
Watching Theory rage quit over a game made for children, as he puts it, is very funny.
That sounds fun. Is there multiplayer for this too, or do you just compare total scores?
It does have co-op, but we play other stuff when we're together. Most of the time it's poacher and basketball.
Oh really? Why basketball?
It's my favorite sport.
What? I'm just a bit surprised. Didn't think you were a sports guy in general, let alone someone who had a favorite one.
Ever heard of not judging a book by its cover?
Yeah, but... Sammy, you kinda make it hard not to.
Fair.
I'm not really a basketball person, so you might need to teach me the rules as we go along.
Sure, though others are so bad at it that they might even lose to a beginner like you.
I'm not so sure about that, but I'll train hard so that I'm not last place. But no going easy on me, okay? I'll take my losses with dignity.
I would never disrespect you like that. Wanna go again?
Sure. I'm about to press the new game button, but he grabs my hand to stop me. He raises his phone with his other hand and waves it at me. No!
Why not?
I'm on a 3-game win streak. My hard-earned rating. It'll disappear instantly if I play you.
Lesson number 2. Never get attached to your ratings, lest you become stagnant.
I'm almost afraid to ask, but what's lesson number 1?
Just win, loser.
I get it now.
Get what?
Get that I need a new teacher. I start to stand up as a joke, but he quickly grabs my hand.
Stay, I'll help you.
With another lesson?
Uh-huh.
Alright, let's hear it. What's lesson number 3? I sit down again and he slides over, sliding his hand over mine.
What are you doing? Teaching you how to play. You can follow my inputs.
Oh, okay. He guides my finger to the new game button and presses down.
Lesson number 3. Games are more fun when they're played together.
Sammy, that was really cheesy.
Sorry, it sounded better in my head.
Scream. Can I just use yours?
Sure.
He unlocks his phone and holds out the screen so I can see. Something similar to Tetris is open. You really like these things, don't you?
They're cute. I can barely take care of myself, so pets are out of the question. But I can bury myself in poetry and plushies, and no one will say anything.
Shh. That's you!
I open up his account and come face to face with his profile picture.
Why are your nails painted?
You goth? That's me.
You look kinda cool there, Sammy.
I always look cool.
Not with that sitting posture, you don't.
Just be glad I don't sit with my feet on the chair like that one famous detective.
Miracles do exist, I guess. I'm surprised Sammy knows about that show. Anyway, is it safe to put a picture of your face online?
It's protected so only the people I invited to the group can see it.
Huh, I see. I would have thought you just put a cute portrait picture or something.
I would've, but I need to make sure the guys see my face every time they lose.
Judging by the scores on the leaderboard, that happens a lot. Maybe I should make my own account then. I wouldn't want to tank your records.
I don't mind. I could just farm Alexi later to make up for it.
Or Alexi. God, why is it so hard? Huh? If I'm using his phone and he's holding another one over there, he has more than one phone? Wait, that's not what's important right now. No!
Why not?
I'm on a 3-game win streak! Nyeh. It's this. It looks like a sticker, one of those things that Sammy likes. Ah! Eek! How'd you get here so fast?
That Delora guy died here, right? Maybe.
It's his ghost.
Huh? How did you know what I was going to say? You know me so well.
Of course I do. We've been friends for over a decade now. That was kind of weird, though. It almost felt like...
Anyway, shouldn't detectives not believe in ghosts? Obviously, ghosts aren't real, but just because you know something to be true doesn't mean you can stop your brain from thinking otherwise.
You're right.
What? Sheesh. I tell you, my face would have scared her, don't you think? Sheesh, tough crowd today. Why are you sulking? Nothing to be happy. It's going exactly as you wanted. What? What just happened? Why did she... Why are you mumbling? What are you mumbling about over there? Are you having second thoughts already? No. Oh, really? Even though you went out of your way to send that text? Even though you tipped off the police? Why'd you do that, huh? I thought you wanted to be uninvolved, huh? No reason. Well, keep your secrets if you want. I'll figure them out soon enough. Well then, dear Yunie, enjoy your happiness while you still have it. After all, it won't last forever. But you'd know that, wouldn't you? Whee! Yay! Alright. So that's it, I think. I don't think there's any more stickers. All the pictures. So yeah, that's the end for now, the prologue. If you guys like this, again, please support the project. I would really like it to be funded so I can play more. Let's see the progress right now. Oh shoot, it went up a lot. They need about 6,000 more? Wait, did it go up a lot, or am I just imagining things? Anyway, looks like they need like 6,000 more, so hopefully that gets funded. Thank you guys for watching. Again, please support the game if you can, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.